Hello again everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've had a good few days off anyway and enjoyed it, for those of you who were kind of enjoying it at least, the Easter break as well, which I think ends today, at least for those of you in the UK. So welcome on board this journey today from Vertical Sims Tampa International, KTPA in the Maddog. We're going to be flying up the east coast of the US to New York JFK, the new iniBuilds JFK scenery for the first time, flying live as we go and have a little look. Lots to see there as well, and we are connected of course to the VATSIM network as well. We're in the Leonardo software house Maddog. It should be an MD83, however we've had a number of problems loading in with this particular livery that we're using today, because the livery creator hasn't actually created it properly. And they've actually created a livery for the MD82, which is what we're going to be flying today. They've then renamed a load of phrases and bits of the files to falsify it and make it look like an MD83 in the sim, but it's in fact an MD82, which is a bit of a shame. There's some other issues with it as well, like the importation of the SimBrief flight plans and things. So I've had to manually assign and input everything into the EFB and the FMS as well, so it's been a clunky 30 minutes pre-stream, but we're there. Boarding looks like it's complete on GSX, and it is actually quite a nice livery. It's an 8K livery on FlightSim.to. Oddly enough, being quite a famous historic airline, we haven't got many of these liveries available in FlightSim.to. For that matter, there's only about 2 or 3 of these particular liveries for the Maddog available on FlightSim.to, just full stop. There aren't many at all, which is a bit of a shame. But of course the TWA hotel is part of the new iniBuilds JFK, and that's why we're doing this today in this airline, this retro style livery and retro airline from yesteryear. Thought it'd be quite a nice little touch. It was a great idea in fact by a couple of channel members inside our lounge area too. There we are, gleaming in the sun of the Florida Tampa area, and let's dive in and sort of have a little look to see what we are going to be doing today. Welcome to everybody in the live chat. Matthew F, good morning. Badger, good afternoon. Living on a Player, welcome. Joining us as a bronze frequent flyer. Ian, good evening to you as well over in Australia. Andy, hello. Dan, Lazaros, Kalispera. Jack, welcome. Jay, Dylan as well in the live chat. AR Simulations, Mike, Dwyer, welcome folks, and everybody else as well. Lots of channel members in the live chat today. It's great to see, and wherever you are in the world, if you are tuning in, it's great to have you on board with us. So I hope you enjoy today's live stream. We dive into the flight deck of the Maddog, and we initially look at Navigraph to go through what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be departing out of Tampa. We're here at stand Echo 70, I think it is. I should probably write that down. E70. We're on Unicom without any ATC. The live ATIS for Tampa at the moment suggests departures and landings on 01 left and 01 right. So with that in mind, we're going to push start facing south, and we're going to head down Victor 2 or Victor 1 on to Whiskey, down to Whiskey 1 for the hold, departing 01 left. Nice long runway for us there. Rab, good afternoon in Knock Hill Racing Circuit. Hope you're having a great day watching the racing. Jack, hello to you in Tenerife for the second flight today. Sorry can't join the stream, no problem at all. Racking up the P's for Osprey, I'm sure. And living the dream, Graham, welcome to you as well. After departure, we're going to be flying straight, climbing away straight ahead, heading 003 degrees on the Bapo 1 departure. So looking at this runway here, 01 left, departing 007 degrees, and then at 540 feet, turning left 003 degrees to head outbound for Vectors to Finke. From Finke out to Bapo, and then we're going to be heading off to the Camjo transition up there, further up in the north. Top altitude initially is 6,000 feet, but if we remain on Unicom in the climb out, we will climb accordingly as we see fit, depending on the traffic around us. And then our trip today is going to take us curving up the east coast of the US here at Camjo there. away from Florida, all the way up the coast, past Myrtle Beach, down here. And then heading up to New York, where we're going to basically test the scenery out live with the RTX4090. We've got the Samsung New York City Times add-on enhancement for Manhattan installed. We've got Joseki Design's Newark Liberty International installed, as well as the new iniBuilds JFK. So lots of scenery in a very tight area. We're going to push it. I think we've got LaGuardia installed as well from Field Air Sim. ProLeaks, welcome buddy, joining us as a bronze frequent flyer. Zarto, welcome back, thanks for refreshing the membership buddy. MBS Gaming, Adam as well, good afternoon folks. And Hergy, welcome, welcome. We'll go through the Cameron 4 RNAV arrival when we get a little bit closer, but we've got a couple of hours ahead of us yet, so let's focus on our departure for today. QNH 1014 in the States, it's altimeter 299 at 6 inches of mercury. The ding was boarding complete, and we've got 10,800 kilos of fuel because it's a dirty jet. That gives us some performance, like so. 141 knots for V1, 146 rotate, and V2 at 155 knots. Adding the 10 is 165 there as well. Ian says there's some grief in Europe on VATSIM at the moment. Ooh, interesting. Cruiser flight level 350. Zero fuel weight at 50.4 tons, and a FinRes plus alternate fuel of 3 tons there. In the States, nice and easy. The default transition altitude and level is the same. It's 18,000 feet. Permission granted, old Drew, welcome. And our gross weight 61.2. Automated, good morning to you. Happy Sunday to you as well. Thanks for tuning in. Flying along as JetBlue 526. Nice. So the first bit of our departure today is down to us with vectors to Finke. When we go to Finke, we'll then go to LNAV. We'll be climbing up throughout all the way through to flight level 350. Fixed departures is done. Program, we don't need that. Legs is complete. We've checked the data there. I think we're pretty much ready to go. So we're going to... I'm going to dip in and out of my checklist today, because I've actually been creating a checklist for this to see if I can get it working. See if the flow is okay as well. I'm going to pop all the pumps on. APU master. Start. Ooh, Fritz, that is bizarre. What's causing that? 6 down, Zarto, 6 to go. Epic. The MD10, is that the one by SkySim, Belgium AvGeek? If so, no, it's utterly rubbish. We did a live stream with it a little while ago. It's really not good. There's the APU spooling up from the outside. You can kind of hear it. We can close these cargo doors and things while that's happening. Do a bit of multitasking. Let's close the door. And then we've got the GPU still connected at the moment. Okay, APU power is available. Power light check on, and left right APU bus on. Check power. Lovely. Galley power on. Your damper is... oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Fuel damper is on anyway. Fuel quantities checked. Fuel shut-off levers are off. Cabin pressure lever is on automatic. Seatbelt signs on. EFB flight mode, pneumatic pressures are checked. Yeah, we've done that already. Before start checks, check off and disconnect the GPU. So let's clear the GPU. I think we've triggered it on GSX, so I'll be good and I'll use GSX again to dismiss the GPU like so. Jack, it does, yes. The 739 comes with the 900 and the 900 ER. Justin Gould, good afternoon. Birdman, howdy. Adam, hello. Just flew to Lisbon with Osprey, got a Ryanair stand. Oh, the pain. Fritz, good morning to you as well. Once we get airborne, we will fire up the giveaway. We're going to be giving away a copy of the new iniBuilds JFK scenery for one subscriber today. Neil, hello, welcome. Okay, so that's done. We need to pop the flight directors on. 1 and 2. Radio's frequency set. We only need 1228 at the moment. Pneumatic crossfeed valves, left and right. They're open now. Auxiliary and transfer hydraulic pumps on. Doors closed, chocks removed, and request push and start. The GPU is now gone. Jolly good. Let's clear that. Flight mode active.
JetBlue 426 on stand A12 at Tampa. Preparing to push back and start south facing.
And we've got a few minutes to push back, so we're on time. Clear the master caution for now. There goes the jetty. I'm hoping we are clear behind.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
We are outputting the stream as well again today in 2K 60 frames per second. As, in fact, that's great timing, as Fritz has just said as well, saying it still gets me. It's smoother than a Michael Jackson moonwalk. Love it. Great to hear. We are clear behind. Good. Stand 70 then for pushback. We're going to transmit on Unicom just as the pushback tug gets ready. Rez, welcome. Birds Magnet, do we ever use prop aircraft? We do, yeah. We've not flown some for quite a while, though, it has to be said. The DC-6, that's one that we haven't flown for a little bit now. There goes one Osprey Holidays. We're tracking the flight on New Sky once again, so it's down to us to make sure we push and start at the right time to try and adhere to our push and starts, block times, on-time performance. That sort of thing. The scenery today as well is linked in the description below if you do want to get your hands on it. We're going old school for the call sign. Tampa traffic. TWA 304 is a MD82 on stand Echo 70. Push start facing south. Tampa traffic.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 2306 at stand 79er, pushing back facing south.
Anti-collision lights on.
2540, push back off of stand 68.
Woods Ethan, we will be starting that in a moment.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 685.
Fuel pumps, confirm all on. Let's get rid of the music for now because well, it's very quiet aircraft anyway, but we will be able to still hear bits. Oh wait, where's APU Air? That would have helped. Okay, so supplies off, fuel pumps on, engine ignition, select system A or system B, APU norm or econ switch set to norm, air conditioning supplies off, ignition selector starts. We're going to go engine 1 first. We've got to move the camera because we've got to multitask. Watching the N2. I could have done engine 2 actually first. That probably would have been a bit better, more proper. I always forget which one's which. Through 15 or so % on the N2, the bottom dial of the left, and we're going to reach down, flick the fuel control lever to run here. That's going to drop slightly whilst we're introducing lots of fuel, and we should then get the bang and blow section of the 4 stages of aircraft engine combustion. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. Rez, yes, I'm using a checklist for the Maddog. I put it on flightsim.to today as well for the first time. So I'm using it to make sure the flow is accurate whilst I'm live. We might need to make tweaks here and there, but it is able to be downloaded already.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 598, pushing
Car brake set.
after Delta, aircraft at stand 68.
Tampa traffic, Osprey, entonces, runway,
Engine 2 start.
Tampa traffic.
Traffic, Delta 805, pushing back off stand 74.
Unlocking gear.
JetBlue 426.
Down here, fuel control lever run. And we're monitoring engine 2.
Victor 1, 53, all the way down to 51 level, short
Haven't really looked at the Tampa scenery here from vertical sim, but it looks really, really good. Stunning, in fact. So at some point in the future, we'll be looking to make a return here and have a look as well. I did purchase it for today. I've not received this one for free for reviewing purposes or anything like that. In fact, I haven't been in contact with vertical sim ever, I don't think. But they make wonderful scenery, as we can see here. It's really quite nice. He's off away and 57, 57, 102, so that's looking good. They're both stable. Back to the overhead panel. Mission selector goes off. Engine 1 and 2 bus.
6 taxi to 01 left via Victor. Victor 2, Whiskey, holding short at Whiskey 1.
Check the voltage. Air conditioning supply. Goes to automatic. See how quiet it is inside the aircraft. Wing engine RTX as required. It's not really required at the moment. Fuel heat as required. We'll leave it off. It's 22 degrees at the moment. That's fine. Veto checked, set on and captain. Hydraulics checked and set. We've done that with the pneumatic crossfeed valves and the transfer boxes down here. The hydraulic pumps are set currently too high. That's good. That's what we want them. Then we're going to go trim. So we're making sure this is in line with this. Central gravity is 13.6, so it's about there, and flaps 5.5. We've got that set there as well. So dialer flap as requested. We're going to bring it down into the gate for dialer flap. And it's going to select flap 5.5 for departure today. Down here, we're going to go auto brake RTO, arm. Flight controls, full and free. All the way left, all the way right. Croaky, hello buddy. Newark to Heathrow, very nice. All the way forwards. And we're going to do some rudder checks as well. Left and right for the rudders, just to refresh those MSFS sensitivities. And that's all full and free. APU bleeds and APU can come off now. So APU air off, bleed off, master off for the APU. So many things to click in this. FCP confirmed set for departure. We're going to go takeoff, flex, and it was 40. Let's see, 50 cell temp. So we're going to select flex, we're going to roll this up to 50, like so. We're going to arm our altitudes, arm heading mode, heading select mode. And that's somebody that's pushed in front of us, that's annoying. Yeah, let's hope not for it. I was just about to start taxiing then as well. Engine instruments checked, they're all good and green. All temperatures and pressures all look good as well. Taxi then, APU air switch is confirmed off, TRP ART as required. We're going to trip that to off because of the fact we are using flex for departure. That in itself will trigger a master caution. We can hear the APU spooling down in the background. Auto spoiler armed. Aileron rudder stab trims, we're going to make 0, 0 and checked. Pneumatic crossfeed valves, yes, closed. And then our bugs, our speeds set. Pre-departure checks, we'll do them at the hold. So, part brake off, and we're stuck now until this person taxis. Arting up for the warning up here. That's fine. That's all we expect at this stage. We don't expect any other warnings.
Traffic built up 2540. Taxiing runway 1 left via. Victor 4 whiskey 1. Built Tampa traffic.
Those lights on. Tampa traffic. TWA 304 is ready for taxi behind an Osprey A320neo, I think. Going to be taxied to Whiskey 1, hold point for runway 01 left via Victor 2, Whiskey, Tampa traffic.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 1964. Taxi by Victor 2, Whiskey, holding point 11. Osprey 1.
Ronnie, hello to you. Saying good evening. Won't watch you long. Getting late in Brisbane. It certainly is super late for you. MD82, MD83, MD83. Currently my favourite aircraft. We're stuck here now until he's good. Down here we've got Takeoff green.
Behind the company traffic. We'll wait for the Delta as well. Taxiing Victor 1 Whiskey, holding point Whiskey 1.
Tampa traffic control.
Okay, he's rolling. Josh Foxtrot, welcome.
Push stopped at Echo 67.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 3400, taxiing via Victor 4 for Whiskey, and then Whiskey 1, runway 01 left, Tampa.
Lots of liveries today. Some Deltas, the tram in the background, Osprey World Cargo, A320neo. We've got a whopper of an A300 over there, or an A310, Delta 738.
Taxi to 01 left via
and taxiing out. Look at this. That's a great scenery, isn't it? David, hello to you as well. Welcome.
And Tampa traffic Osprey 2306 flaps set. We are departing once again by the Baypool 1 departure.
If you are enjoying today's live stream, make sure you hit the like button throughout the journey. If you've got any questions about anything, do ask as well. I'll try my best to answer. If not, someone else in the live chat is usually pretty good and knows the answer as well. There's a plain A320 there. United, there's an Osprey 787 there as well. It's about 3 hours, David. Big boy, off he goes. The old Toby eye tracker as well working for us today. And because we're all flying in the same direction, there is currently, or at least when we loaded in today, there is ATC on, I don't know who that is, brilliant. Cutting us up a little bit there. There is ATC online for JFK at the moment. So we need to try and hold to about 3 minute or 2 minute separation for each of us on the arrival, on the departure out of Tampa today, just to make sure that we sequence ourselves towards New York nicely. It gives less work for the ATC to do then as well. Interesting. 1323 on my log on New Sky, wind shear detected. What's the METAR here at the moment? Oh my goodness, there's a supervisor broadcast. Please be aware, we are aware of the pilot in the Geneva area. Wow. Just went out VATSIM wide, whoever that is, causing absolute carnage. That'll be a big ban. Winds 140 degrees at 5 knots here at Tampa. 10 statute miles of visibility. Few cloud 9,000. Scattered at 25,000. Temperature's 23 degrees. Altimeter 299 at 8 now. Make sure we've got the correct QNH set there. Kai, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. So we've got altitude arms. That's important because otherwise it won't respect leveling off or anything. Is that windsock the wrong way? No, it's not actually. That's the correct way. Stuart in Singapore, good evening. Great to have you with us. Heyo in Recife, Brazil, welcome. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. Wonderful Brazil. Love that country. Adrian, yeah, I don't have. I've got the latest FSLTL models. Yeah, if that's you there, then yeah, we don't. It's not rendering in for some reason. Winds 130 at 7. That's now 140 at 5. Going to use the opportunity here just to refresh the takeoff speeds and things that we've got. 1015 for the QNH. Temperatures increased to 23 degrees. Backs on, anti-ice off, runway 01 left, dry. Calculate, see what it gives us now. Okay, good. Still the same.
1964, line up and hold. Tampa traffic, Delta 805, taxiing Whiskey to Whiskey 1, Tampa.
Big question there, Kevin, is what flavour cookies?
Tampa control, spray 5.
It's a great livery, isn't it? It's a shame that they haven't actually created it properly for the MD-83, but nonetheless, it was their final livery before the airline disappeared into the history books. What does MVFR mean? Like minimum VFR basically, so visibility is pretty rubbish and decreasing. Marginal VFR, yeah. Weather's a bit pants, that's basically what it means. Got an Osprey pilot ready to depart there. We'll make sure that flight deck door's locked as well. I forgot, this isn't the 60s. Thank you for following. Noise abatement procedures. In a moment we won't be. Not in this thing. Oh yeah. Raisins shouldn't be a thing. Off he goes. Zoom, zoom. That's some quick acceleration there. And you can see the windsock here. It's a slight tailwind, but an element of a crosswind as well.
JetBlue 426 lining up behind the company traffic on runway 01
Oh, it's
left,
JetBlue.
holding for 2 minutes for separation.
Are they connected as JBU or JBL? If it was JBU, it should have been... yeah, if it was JBU, it should be actually showing as a JetBlue aircraft there. Let me have a little look. No, JetBlue. Oh, that's Top Sky, I think. Top Sky 198. I don't know. B6426 on VATSIM, whoever that is as well, they're shown as a normal blob. Tampa traffic TWA 304 is holding up Whiskey 1 in turn.
Tampa traffic,
Let's have a little look.
Airborne,
Hey, look at that.
550.
What a lineup. I'm going to use the full length because it's a tailwind a little bit as well. B6426 is you, Graham. Interesting. What airline are you flying? Yeah, wheels exactly on the hold point. And we're keeping an eye on him. Oh, you live in a dream, yeah. So you need to connect as JBU426, Graham. That's where that's gone wrong. Yeah, you don't use the IATA codes. Tampa traffic, TWA 304 is lining up via Whiskey 101 left. Boss light strobe steady. Oh, where's my checklist actually? APU and APU air are confirmed off. We've got the park brake still on. No, I haven't. It's just the wheels are stuck. Let's give it some beans. There we go. Landing lights, let's extend them out the wings. They're now extended and on. Transponder down the bottom. TARA, forgot to set that, whoops. Clock start, runway confirm. Not going to worry about the clock. Runway's confirmed as 01 left. And we're on the Bapo 1 departure.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 605, holding Whiskey 1.
So, no mega rush to line up. Looking for that 2 minutes between our departures here. Super busy highway. There's me thinking that the park brake was set. Brian, hello, welcome. It is, yeah, Glut for Punishment plane. Who knows what else is going to happen today, hey? Usually something goes horribly wrong for us. Fuel, everything, that's all done, that's all set. Barrow, landing Barrow 1015 now. Let's make sure that is set and changed. Updated, and then we're going to scroll down on my checklists to our after takeoff checks. When we do set in Toga, by the way, and we get speed alive, we're going to arm the auto throttle. That's one of the weird things of this aeroplane. But everything else is armed, ready to go. Tampa traffic, TWA 304 is taking off 01 left, Bapo 1 departure, Tampa. So a little bit of the brakes. I'm going to set 40%. Control visualizer on the bottom left for you guys so you can see often the brakes. And thrust is set. Stick into wind. Auto thrust is armed. Oh, you know what? I forgot takeoff buttons. I always forget that.
Tampa traffic, JetBlue 526, taxi on 1 left via Gulf Juliet.
Using a lot of runway here.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 685, lining out runway 01 left.
Whoa! Spicy crosswind there. Where we go? Gear up. Chase that flight director.
Gear up. Lights out.
There's the annunciators. Cross here. Gear up, lights out. Autopilot engage. Autopilot A.
3400. Holding short Whiskey 1 for 01 left departure.
VNav.
Tampa.
Heading hold. VNav climb active. Auto brake down here. Off. Ignition selector. Off. Flap stats to retract as appropriate.
Flap 0. Slats retracted.
Direct. Binky. Execute. Nav. Tampa traffic, TWA 304 is airborne 2,000 feet. Finky, Verbaper 1. Okay, with slats up then, we can make sure that the... With flaps up, sorry, we can make sure that the slats are then retracted as well. We're going to continue the climb up. To 350. Alt arm. Clear that. And let's have a look at the smoke. Such a dirty plane. It's interesting, there definitely is an issue here with the Maddog's frame rate with a rear view, because when you're looking at that smoke, it tanks the frames.
1 left, Vapo 1, departure directing to Finky.
There we go. I am fully intending to make sure that this is an effortless flight today. VNav climb, nav track, alt arm, FMS EPR. Good, that's what we want. We can make sure the auto brake is
3400, lining up runway 01
off.
left for departure. Tampa.
As we go through, power, weather, set. So some weather radar on, and now we want to make sure this is on climb as well. That's something else I forget. FMS EPR, climb mode on there. So much to do in this. I end up spending a little while kind of catching up with the aeroplane. I'm still getting used to a lot of this actually. Leave that on and active for now. Anti-collision lights are good, we don't need those. That's all on, and post strobe steady. Cabin pressure is increasing, that's good. $6,000. It's a long, slow climb.
Tampa traffic, Osprey 685, passing 2700.
How do I prepare my bacon frits? So I used to grill it, but now I actually use an air fryer. 6 minutes in the air fryer, 200 degrees. My goodness, the best bacon you'll ever have. Speaking of the giveaway though, let's get the ball rolling with that. It's a nice easy one again. You don't have to worry about capital letters or anything like that. And of course, make sure you only enter the one time too, because if you enter more than once, you risk triggering Nightbot's anti-spam filter, and with that then it will revoke your entry as an invalid entrant for breaching the terms and conditions. Terms and conditions of which are linked in the description for today's live stream down at the bottom, and by entering you agree to adhere to those, and the YouTube terms of service and the YouTube community guidelines at all times. YouTube aren't liable for the giveaway either. I think that's all the legal stuff out of the way. So all you have to do is firstly make sure you've subscribed to the channel already, which I'm sure you all are. Certainly if you can chat in the live chat, you most likely have been subscribed for a little while now. 9,000. And you just need to answer one question correctly to be in with a chance to win that one copy today, the new iniBuilds New York JFK for Microsoft Flight Simulator, courtesy of the friendly folks at iniBuilds. So the question is this: what does the K in JFK stand for? Let's get rid of those. And down there you can see just on the wingtips there, the landing lights retract. It's one of my cool favourite little features of the jet there. Accelerating through 10 in VNAV climb mode. There goes the live chat. Love it. We've got a little while till we get to our transition altitudes. When we do, we'll go to 2992. We need to reset arts as well back to automatic. That's all good, that's all set. Away we go. Yeah, I said I'm hoping for this to be an effortless flight today. I always say that. I try my hardest to fly this. Look at the smoke coming out of that. Dylan, no, I did say, don't worry about capital letters or anything like that. The spelling, of course, naturally has to be exact. Has to be correct. There's the first 5 screenshots now being uploaded to Volanta. JFK has got ATC online still, New York Approach and New York Center. I hope they keep it simple for us. Otherwise we're going to be panicking.
Tampa traffic off pressure towards US Road, airborne, flight
Top climb at Clamjo by the looks of it in 120 nautical miles. Make sure that is in line with our heading versus track, just in case we need to activate heading mode instead, or if LNAV becomes a problem. Look at those folks there up there, the contrail of the top right, and we've got another aeroplane there doing some turns and some other whirly stuff. They are highest up. Osprey 1964 is the one on the right hand side, and JetBlue 426 is Graham ahead of us there with the swervy line. We're going to be routing over a few of the states today, out of Florida, across Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and a little bit of Delaware, Pennsylvania, before heading into New York. So far, from the testing that I've done, the frames have actually been pretty good on my system at least. I know it's been a bit mixed results for most people though, but it should be pretty good. With a couple of tweaks, certainly using the iniBuilds menus to toggle things on and off. But we've installed the Samscene scenery as we mentioned as well today. That's going to be interesting to have a look at New York City, Manhattan, as we fly into JFK today. That's a good point, Birdman. Yeah, you've got to have unsmoked bacon in the air fryer, otherwise it does smoke everything else for about a month. It's after Night Shadow. I don't know if it lets you dual pilot actually. Yes, John Fitzgerald Klopp shuts. Yes, Prolinks, quite a few times. Epic song, David. Some other new scenery coming soon. AU Scenes Hamilton Islands is probably going to be one of the next live streams we do. Tuesday potentially is going to be the next live stream. We'll fly into Hamilton Island from Brisbane to have a look at the new AU Scene Hamilton Island, releasing very soon for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Really excited for that. It looks quite spectacular actually, doesn't it? Got to keep an eye on our altitude actually. What is it at now? Oops, 19. (29902) 1013. Ah, too many clicks there. Come on. There we go. So standard pressure. Shuts, yeah, it's lovely island, lovely scenery for sure. For me, I found that they've optimised it very, very well actually. Hopefully, they'll do what they've done with LAX. LAX was just a frames per second pit for a little while, but they've done remarkable work getting that all up to date and working nicely for everybody and optimised fairly well for at least a lot of systems, not all of course, but your experience will also vary based on the system that you have and everything else you have installed around it too. David, saying, when will the winners be announced? It's going to be at the end when we do land at JFK. We get the engines shut down. We'll have a little look around the scenery first, some little bits. If there's certain areas you want to go and see as well, we will go and venture the drone camera to those places in the scenery, and then we will announce the winner. The winner, of course, then will have 24 hours to contact me as of the end of today's live stream via email, britishavgeek1@gmail.com, or directly on our Discord server to claim your prize, and then we'll get that organised via iniBuilds. Pele, welcome. Great to have you subscribed. Welcome to you. Sure, it is a beast, which is kind of where the difficulty lies in a way, because the 4090 and the AMD Ryzen 9 7900X CPU that I've got, and the DDR5 very powerful RAM, 64 gigs of 5200 megahertz RAM. It's a very, very powerful system, and because of that, my performance will be very different to yours. So I will try, like I did in the JFK preview video the other day, I'll try and talk about performance, how it is on my system using DirectX 12, TAA and frame generation switched on. With that, I hope then that you guys can work out, with that in mind, what frames you're likely to get on your systems. Everybody will have a different result. I mean, you could have 6 people with the same CPU, sorry, the same GPU, but different CPUs, and they will experience very different results themselves too. (10,000 feet to go. Justin, absolutely. Let's have a look at the flock actually. Over on Volanta. How are we getting on here? So, a couple of screenshots already into the system. Lead at the front, Badger Osprey 9020. Osprey 9000 behind in the 737-900, which I think is MPS Gaming. Osprey 2306 for Zato, followed by Dylan Delta 1540 in the 737-900 as well. We've got a triple whammy here because I'm quite slow in comparison to the others. JetBlue 426 followed hot by Osprey 1964, slightly offset to the right there, and then we've got Foxnight behind Osprey 685. UZ Osprey 3400 as well in the A320neo, and United 1123 as well. Who else have we got? Osprey 495. American 416 as well down there. We've still got queues on the runway. Jerry in the MD80, love it. Osprey 7111 as well. American 9465 Hergy, and automated JetBlue 526. Loads flying along today. Very, very cool. Oh, I can see Fritz down there. He's going Chicago to Fort Lauderdale. NKS2. And there's our route. The magenta line all the way up past Virginia Beach into New York. And you can see there we've got ATC online. And it looks... Ignoring all the helipads, maybe I'll try and turn them off. Hold on. Helipads. That's insane. It looks very busy, doesn't it? Look at that. We've got New York Approach online, and we've got New York Center online as well. If we zoom in, we've got ground on as well. We can see a little G. We click it. Oh my god, look at all the airplanes on the ground. Live traffic. They've got 108 arrivals due in. My goodness. Including a load from us. And 88 departures in the next few hours. Holy Christ. That ATIS is that. Info Charlie. Oh god, that's terrible weather. Winds calm, 2 statute miles visibility in mist. Overcast cloud at 500 feet. Temperature 14, dew point 14, altimeter 2987. Ooh. Approaching use ILS runway 22 left and ILS 22 right. Departing runways 22 right. Operate transponder on mode Charlie. All taxiways and runways, reback all runway. Hold short instructions and advise you have information Charlie. I'm hoping in about 2 and a bit hours as we start to make our way in, that weather will have changed. And certainly the mist or the fog would have begun to lift. Otherwise it's going to be quite difficult. That's a different Fritz. Yeah, Cost National Park Geek. And also, so Fritz was helping with kind of little bits of spec changes here and there, and we calculated the difference between performance against value on the price for the 7900X and the 7950, but also then the X3Ds as well, which were about 350 or so quid more for like a 6% performance increase improvement. But the 7900X is an absolute whopper in itself anyway, so it is very rarely pushed. I'm assuming there's no event on at New York at the moment. I'm assuming there's something else. It's just ATC connecting because of the fact that there are lots of ATC online today. Can't get rid of the EFB again. Brilliant. Thirsty2, greetings. Thank you to everybody who's hit like so far as well. Can't believe we've actually been live for 53 minutes already. My goodness. Where's the time gone? Zipping on by.
Oscar 1964, established by level 350, 10 miles. Okay.
I think it's going to be almost the sort of temperatures where I need to think about my air conditioning inside this room. Steve J, hello, welcome. Night Shadow, no, to be honest, no. I mean, if I could have justified and afforded the extra 300 quid for the X3D CPU that AMD have brought out, I'd have probably have added that in, but it's not even it's not even necessary, to be honest. It's such a powerful system in itself that running even at Heathrow the other day, we were running it in 4K on my computer, and at the moment it's 60% usage on the GPU, 58% VRAM, RAM's being utilised 42%, and CPU is only at 3%. Steve, epic, very nice. His grandfather was a pilot for TWA and flew that route often in the 727 from Tampa to JFK. I hope you enjoyed today's routing then, Steve. I mean, there's been obviously a lot of streamers flying the routes into and out of JFK to celebrate the new iniBuilds release. We wanted to do something a little bit different to the kind of standard stuff. The original plan was going to be JFK to DCA and back in the 737-800 or something like that, but Centurio, I think it was, mentioned on our Discord server, how about fly TWA with the Maddog and go proper old school and kind of do a little nod to the TWA hotel and the work that they've done with the scenery for that as well. I thought it was an absolutely perfect idea. Really, really nice. Plus, it's testing the system massively as well, because the Maddog is a little bit heavy on performance sometimes, and we figured if this works really nicely, look at that weather there, my god. If this works really quite well with the JFK scenery installed, Samsung, New York Times, Andrew Zekin Designs, Newark, all in the same place, plus the MD83 or the MD82 working away, gobbling up frames, then it shows you that with at least this system is pretty good. Steve Draw, welcome buddy, hope you're well. Saying, am I planning to attend the Flight Sim Expo in the US this June? I was, until a number of sort of financial things kind of got in the way. Maybe next year. I was looking at coming this year, flying over for a weekend to enjoy Flight Sim Expo and meet some guys there and chat to some developers. There we are, Max 7576-ish. Good afternoon, Damo. We'll wait for wings level and then we will flick across to cruise. Steve, hello as well, saying, which variant of the Maddog is this? Would you suggest the expansion pack? The expansion pack is pretty nice. It gives you the MD83 and the MD88. There's not a massive amount of difference between the two, though, so it's something that you might want to bear in mind, whether or not it's what you want to spend money on. This livery that we're using today has kind of been botched together by the livery artist, who has then created, he's basically created this livery for the MD82, even though it was an MD83 livery. What he's then done is he's changed a load of the files and forced the sim to think it's an MD83, even though it's an MD82. So the whole thing's a bit of a train wreck, and it's then gone on to break some issues, so it breaks some things inside the EFB. So it thinks, if we try and pull the Simbury flight plan, for example, it tries to feed in an Italian route instead, and all this sort of stuff. So it's not the best livery. I can't really recommend it that well, unless you've got the MD82 and you don't mind that. It's a bit of a shame though, it's not for the MD83, because it is an MD83 livery. But it looks great, it's an 8K livery, and it looks quite nice. The only difference between the 82 and the 83, at least in the Maddog and the Sim, was going to be things like the engines being more powerful, that sort of thing. Steve, yes, you mentioned a moment ago, very nice, we were just saying. Steve J. I did respond to you. Said it was very nice. Flying the 727, you said. Thirsty2, great to hear. Ah, oh, Steve, yeah, hopefully next year. I was really genuinely trying to come this year. And then I've ended up buying, well, we've ended up moving house, spending a lot of money. Dog's not too well, so that's going to take a bit of money as well. And work is busy as ever too. Here we are, in cruise, flight level 350. Justin's made the transition from the Fenix A320 across to the fly-by-wire. Wow, okay, saying it's way more stable and free. Yeah, it does seem quite nice. Justin saying, how does the track racer chair treat you? So that's the, those of you wondering, it's the next level racing Boeing commercial edition flight deck seat is what I'm sat on at the moment. I've had it for I think 6 months now, actually. Very, very, very nice. Still is working wonderfully, actually. It's very well made. Incredibly well made, to be fair. And very comfortable. Silent driving, looking forward to seeing the skyline of New York City, especially with the new JFK scenery. Sounds like we're going to be vectored around Manhattan, so we might get some wonderful views, possibly some great screenshots with this flying over NYC as well. If you haven't got a copy though, and you're tuning in for that giveaway, there's the giveaway question. Hello Christopher as well in the live chat. So the giveaway question is this: what does the K in JFK stand for? You've got to be subscribed to the channel in order to enter, so make sure you've subscribed before you pop your answer in, so that we can make sure that Nightbot actually registers your entry. $8,450 tons of fuel. My God, we've burnt a lot. We're at HEPA now, so I'm going to do a little fuel check. $8. Good. So we're just slightly over fuel. Ashton, no worries at all. It's very busy in New York, so we're expecting possibly to enter holds and things. Agreed, Birdman, yeah. Fenix need to get their act together and get version 2 sorted, especially given its payware with some known issues. Some people still saying they're not having any problems with it though, but there are some fundamental bugs and flaws with it. Certainly I'm finding it more and more as time progresses unusable. Yeah, Steve, we've got that installed for today, in fact. You can buy Samscene 3D's New York City and Vertical Sims Tampa via Contrail. The links are in the description, as are the links for iniBuilds JFK, in fact, as well. Okay, no worries, buddy. Crash is good. All the Steves in the community are tuning in. Oh. Night Shadow says, try to learn about scenery storage. With all scenery you have to do... with all scenery you have, do you keep them on your hard drive at all times, or do you store them on a separate SSD and upload them as needed? No, I've literally just left it all in there. I've got 2 terabytes NVMe PCIe M2 cards, SSD, very high speed ones as well, so I kind of left them at that. Silent Driver, thank you. Here's another Steve, Steve G. Oh, so good. Welcome to all the Steves across the world. Steve Jar, how are the how's the 777 coming along? That's the one I think most of us are waiting for. Very exciting. Can't wait for that. Going to be doing Heathrow to Madrid and back as kind of rotations and things to get learning the aeroplane. Some of them will be live streams as well try and get grips with it all. Eventually, whenever it does appear. I do know the job. I still ask you anyway, Steve. I still ask just in case you let slip one day. I wouldn't put you in that position. Ashley, good afternoon. Tim Steve Waters, welcome. Or Steve Tim Waters, welcome. And Steve Donachetti, welcome. Oh dear. True, true. I'm hoping, Steve, there's going to be a really nice Steve Dra painted British Airways Boeing 777 as part of the Ops Centre, perhaps when it does eventually release in the future. Steve Waters did his first flight in Concorde, LAX to JFK in 2 hours, did the Canarsie approach hand flying. My god, that's epic. That's a lot of work, the Canarsie approach. That, by the way, is this, folks. Where is it? Navigraph. There it is. Canarsie approach, so brings you in partway visual, 1-3 left or right. It will bring you in over Canarsie VOR, and then you have the lead-in lights, which were shown in the scenery for JFK on the release kind of trailers and things. And those lead-in lights will then take you to the runway, either 1-3 left or 1-3 right. 7 sequence flashing for 1-3 right, 5 sequence flashing and ALS for runway 1-3 left. We're not expecting that though, we're expecting ILS 2-2 left, I think, or 2-2 right, depends on what ATC give us. Crikey. That'd be a fun one, wouldn't it? The Belmont visual. Hopefully not in this. I'll probably break it or do something wrong. Kennedy, Chant. Oh, there we go, Norton. So, we're going to initially approach from Norton over the water, up over to Farmingdale Republic, at Haupts, turning left, northwesterly to Leffer, then into Rossley. We've got LaGuardia ahead of us there, and then Manhattan there as well, within the busyness of the city, New York. And then the approach like so. 2-2 right would naturally take us in closer, but it depends what ATC gives us. But I think we're planning for 2-2 left. Who knows? Greasy Boy as well was flying along, just got off the ground at Tampa. Good work. Yeah, if you know the area, it does make it easier. Certainly if you've flown the approach a few times as well, it does make it a little easier for you too. Graham saying 2-2 right is currently being used by New York approach. Hans saying 2-2 left. Ah, Steve, fair. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And another Steve, hello. Finally caught you live. Welcome. Yeah, Cameron for arrival for ILS 2-2 left via Norton is what we've planned for. Yeah, Hergy, weirdly enough, we've got some issues with JetBlue liveries as well. They've loaded in as white Airbus aircraft instead. It is literally a Steve takeover. It's Steve Sunday. Awkward comment automator. Hopefully no little aeroplanes were made. E-Hawk, welcome. Already got himself JFK. Did a flight to LAX last night. 2 great sceneries. Nice. Very nice. They have done some work, haven't they, on JFK. Made it a little bit better. Certainly for performance and things. Always nice to see them improve and optimise these sceneries. LAX was particularly heavy. Heathrow as well, quite heavy. That's had quite a few improvements. That big update that was about, was it January time when they released that huge update for London Heathrow iniBuilds? Rez, I don't think so, but that's because there aren't any 736s based in the US. We've got Osprey Airways on New Sky, we've got some MD-82s, MD-83s, 737, 800 and 900s, and A320s, I think, or A320neo is one of them. Congratulations, Justin. Flying for the first time on New Sky with Osprey. No pressure. We've run out of deletes, by the way, so nobody crash. Mikhail, good afternoon, and Michael, welcome as well. Good morning to you in Western Canada. Adam's not bought a single scenery in the US. Maybe it's time to do that. Well, make sure you've entered the giveaway for this first. You might win. And then it saves you 20 quid. David Barley, good afternoon. How are you? I hope you're well. Keep that heading bug rotating around. 60 knot tailwind helping push us northbound towards New York today. Northeasterly. I'm just going to have a little look at some descent winds. Briefing preview. Where is it? There we go. Right, so. Altitudes. Well, level 310. 271 at 50. So what this is doing, for those of you who are not sure what we're doing at the moment, we are wow, that's some mega tilt there. Crikey. What we're doing is we're just inputting some data into the flight computer to tell the aeroplane what the winds are forecast to be in the descent phase of today's flight. So then it can try and compute where our top of descent needs to be in the most accurate way. .277 at 22. And then we're going to go to 2988, 170 at 5. .299 at 8. No, 29 at 88. That's low pressure. Wow. It doesn't even want it in there actually. That's a Boeing habit. So that's the descent stuff done for the forecast. Cruise is happy. Departure arrivals. We want ILS 22 left. Cameron 4 via Norton. Execute. Legs. And then what we can do is have a little look and compare. Adam, all you have to do is answer the question correctly. And the question is, what does the K in JFK stand for? There we go. Time very well. Nightbot's in the chat listening as well. So as we mentioned, I've put the split of the two on the chat, so you can see on the left side of your screen the Navigraph charts, and on the right the FMS. What have we got? So Cameron 5 via Norton, starting at Sea Isle, boat on, and then Hogs. Expect flight level 180 at Hogs. So actually that's incorrect there on the VNav. We need to go to or lowest usable flight level, it says there. Interesting. So Hogs, Pansy Cars, Cameron at 250. I'm going to set 240 there though, and 11,000. We'll delete that. Expect radar vectors to final approach fix in use, it says, but we'll leave that like so, and we'll input it accordingly. And then back to flights, approach, ILS 22 left, transition via Norton. That then goes, the green is the star. It's then going to transition us through to the approach phase, the ILS, which is going to bring us in via Norton, all the way around like so. But the ATC might actually vector us entirely instead. Expect Cat 2 or Cat 3 approach because of the weather. What have we got here? So Norton at 10,000 for Sagil. Degty 7,000 at or above. Haupt 6,000 at or above. 4,000 at or above. Rossley 3,000. Rossley needs to be at 3,000 though, not 3,000 at or above, which is a thing that Navigraph keeps doing. So I'm just going to overwrite all of these. Like so. Force it to recalculate the VNav. There we go, that's a bit better. Fixed rings, so we'll do it from the Kennedy VOR JFK. That's a big old clue. Oh dear. We'll go for, I don't know, we'll go for 8 miles. You know what? Let's just erase it, because that's the fixed rings in this Maddog always confuse me, and I always seem to get it slightly wrong. So therefore, I won't worry about actually risking breaking any of it. Approach refs 58.2, and there's our reference speeds as well in the box. ILS frequencies 1109. That looks good. The course for that's going to be 224, the front course. On the Airbus, when you see F224, that's what it means, front course. Otherwise it'd be a back course. Not that it's particularly necessary for you to worry about that sort of thing. What else? We could tune the JFK VA1159. And we also need to think about our minimums as well, so we'll set 112, but actually it's rad alt on this, so it's going to be 100, the figure in the brackets instead for this aeroplane. And the missed approach, bug out left over the sea 190 degrees, 3,000 feet to chant and hold, which is that. That's the missed approach procedure. We also have to think about landing. We talk about it all the time on the channel as well. We're flying in somewhere, we brief for the approach, we brief for the missed approach, but we don't necessarily brief for how we're going to exit and vacate the runway. So big, actually 22 left, it's quite a short runway, look at the difference in length. So we're going to go medium or high for auto brake. We're going to vacate H or Juliet, probably Juliet to be reasonable. We're going to expect Juliet down to the hold point for the ILS holding there, crossing 22 right as we then taxi into the terminal wherever we get told to park instead by ATC, because we've got loads of ATC online. Very exciting. So, AJ4090 says you can just RSK the waypoint line. It then puts the values into the scratch pad, click clear, drops the A, then press the RSK to put it back in again. In fix. No, I don't understand what you mean. That's fine. We'll leave it. We don't need it. It's a nice to have. Don't need to worry about it if we can't though. Minimums. 100. I feel like the pilot is ghosting me. There we go. Yeah, he's still here. Fantastic. (1109) 9 and course 224. And course 224. Now if we get assigned 22 right instead, for whatever reason, we will need to dynamically change this. But that's fine. As long as we're ready for it, we can expect that. We're also almost at the point where the center tanks are going to become empty. Oh, AJ4090, you mean to get rid of the A. Fair enough. I thought you were, because we were talking about fixed rings, I thought you meant that. Yeah, good point. I forgot where I was. ILS, decision heights. PFD-DH. So we need to scroll this to 100. There we are, done. Mike Oliver, good afternoon. I love how this guy is right in the way. It keeps spawning in. And we're going to flick dial a flap out to... I'm going to go for 16, because as we start to extend the flaps, I'm going to want it to begin to extend out. Forgot to turn those off. Res, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But once you've kind of used it a few times, it does make a little bit more sense. But effectively, you dial a flap using this lever here. So you set a flap setting that you want, and with that, then you drop this into the takeoff extension gate here, and your dialer flap should then set the flap setting that you've dialed for, and then you get takeoff in green there. When we land later on as well, we'll be selecting 28 or 40, probably flap 40, and we should have land approach, or land illuminated 3 down. Justin saying, has anybody bought the butt kicker for their sim setup? I know Fritz has, and I think Ian as well in the live chat. I think he has as well. It has tempted me actually more and more. It's pretty fantastic by the sounds of it, to be honest. (2988). It's 1012. Well, that's not actually that low, really. So we're going to set this to landing barrow 1012. Landing elevation is 13. So we'll leave that set pretty much to 0. Through the cloud, we're certainly going to make sure we've got things like windshield ice, anti-ice systems and protections all on as well for us. Basin's looking pretty good. Fox Night's very close, but otherwise we're looking alright. And actually there's a huge amount of people flying in today. Wow, they're only just, so Air 5's just departed Tampa for New York. The line stretches out Florida all the way up to Greenville, North Carolina for our fly along today. The ATIS has changed as well now, by the way. Approaching use is ILS runway 22 left only. Departing 22 right. Winds 180 at 5 knots. 4 statute miles visibility in mist. Overcast 800 feet. That's good. The earlier METAR was 500 feet and 2 statute miles. So that's starting to lift. 14 degrees Celsius, dew point 14 degrees Celsius as well. So that's suggesting the spread's still 0. We would need to see the air temperature increase away from the dew point to increase the spread, to then indicate that we should start to get increasing visibility. So if it was temperature 15 degrees, dew point 14, we would have a 1 degree spread. The previous METAR being a 0 degree spread with 1414 would mean then that we should start to see better visibility as we progress through the next couple of hours. That temperature starts to increase. But it is also early morning for them too. Usually about 5-6 in the morning is the coldest point of the night. From there, it should start to warm up. Altimeter 29 at 8.8. And yeah, New York's popping. We got here. Yes, there we go. It's quite difficult setting custom views for this aeroplane because the wings are so far back on the fuselage and they're quite short and stumpy. You struggle to get wing views in there, but it's also weird because you don't have engine pylons on there. Adam, so have a little look at my VATSIM regional differences video that I've done, part of my VATSIM tutorial series on the channel. That will hopefully clarify a few things. So today as well, we're flying into New York. We should get a number of regional uniqueness things within the approach into New York today. Things like descend via the star, which you hear in the US, not really anywhere else. That then means that effectively you just follow the constraints all the way down to the transition to the approach. If they then vector you for whatever reason, then the situation will change. You'll then just go by ATC instructions, but typically they'll tell you on the descent, descend via the star. Spicy Ninja, welcome. Ashton, yeah, so cargo's still a few months away. June at least, I think, is what we understand for New Sky with cargo. When that does come though, we've got a number of ideas ready to go for cargo. Certainly Memphis was one of those. AMSIM's Memphis being a key cargo airport anyway for FedEx. As you've said yourself, we'll be adding in things like Memphis to Seattle, JFK, Boston, all of that sort of stuff as well. So we'll start to expand the network a bit more. Aeronautics fanboy, Depends on your system spec. So with my system, I can still run the sim at 4K, 60 frames per second, quite nicely with the RTX4090. But that is without VATSIM. Today we're flying in live, so my PC is also running the live stream and maintaining the live stream, processing all the stuff that it has to do for the live stream as it goes out to you guys in 2K 60 frames. We're then flying in, trying to run it at 4K. We'll see if we get 60 frames per second. In the distance, we should have Dozeki Designs Newark. Can't remember if we have Phil there, LaGuardia. We may or may not today. I can't remember. And we've got Samsung 3D New York City Times Scenery Enhancement Pack installed too. So it all depends. We'll find out when we get there because we're flying on VATSIM as well. We're going to have a lot of the live traffic around us. When we arrive, I'll have a look at the frames that we're getting to kind of try and analyse. You can toggle things like ground clutter on and off in the iniBuilds, in the iniManager, their installer. So when you install it through them, if you buy it through them, you can use their iniManager to toggle all your things on and off. So things like ground clutter, the snow plows, you can toggle those off as well. Justin's asking for the temperatures of the RTX 4090 today. It's a little warmer. So my RGB lights doing temperature indications are actually yellow now, so it's about 65 degrees probably, the temperatures. My CPU is also yellow. Ian says, if it's still silky smooth with all of that flying into JFK, then I'm 99% sold on getting your setup. The remaining 1% is trying to convince the missus. The hardest 1% as well. It depends if your finger accidentally slips multiple times as you set up a configuration, then slips again on pressing order. Oh, it's too late, I can't cancel it now. It's custom order, I'm not allowed to cancel it. Sam, hello. The giveaways at the moment, you'll see every few minutes in the live chat. Nightbot will pop the question in there. You've got to be subscribed first, and then you have to answer one question correctly. That question is, what does the K in JFK stand for? Probably the hardest question that we've ever done. For a giveaway. Morgan Thomas, hello, welcome. Developer, by the way, folks, for the sim. Morgan Thomas in the live chat, hello. He's created a really nice freeware Coventry Airport Echo Golf Tango Echo. No? Is it EGTE? I can't remember now. God, it's been so many years. Coventry, anyway. Near Birmingham. Yeah, definitely didn't used to fly out of there before. Whoops. Lazarus, if we don't get radar vectors until Cameron, do we stay in the hold, continue the heading, or connect the flight plan? That's a very good question. Let me load up the charts. Yeah, EGBE, there we go, yeah, EGBE. My assumption of the charts would be you would enter at Cameron for the hold until you are released outbound for vectors to your final approach fix that you're using. Oh yeah, I have no idea what that does. Reset. I'm not sure either. I don't want to click it because you'll end up wrecking it. Jay saying hello, what are the engine percentage parameters in cruise for the MD-80? Trying to be very careful here of how that works. There we go, that's all the parameters. Last time I did clicky bits around here, I accidentally triggered this fire switch, and we killed engine 1 in cruise. Centre tanks are almost empty, so we're going to get a master caution imminently illuminate here, and then up here we'll need to turn the centre forward and aft pumps off, so we're monitoring that actively. Andy, no worries at all. 7.34 is not too bad, don't worry about that. Question is, did it make profit? Hopefully it did. Hopefully no penalties for things like wing strikes. There's the master caution. Up there, centre fuel pressure low. Clear it for now because we know we're monitoring it. That's going to remain active up here though until... It did get restarted, Ian. Yeah, we did manage to fire up the engine, didn't we? Hey Shadowbucks, morning buddy. Hello to you and the wife. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Have a great breakfast. Centre tank's now shown empty, so let's get centre aft pump off. Forward pump centre off. That's extinguished. £500 points, eh, Zato? Ooh. Passing Wilmington now in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Out on the right hand side of the aircraft, down here. Look at that. Washington DCA has got tower online too. Is that DCA? It is as well, yeah. Tower's online for DCA, very exciting. Philly ground as well online. Just within New York Center, or just on the outskirts of New York Center's airspace. So as long as we've been very proactive in sorting our sequencing out, making sure we've got a couple of minutes with each other, we should be fine when we get towards New York Center to just be vectored in for the approach without any delays. But who knows, it depends if it gets very busy when we do finally arrive. They are using dual runway ops, which is helpful. FC Games Music, welcome. Yes, it does, Aeronautics. You have to add their VMR into vPilot so that it can find the right files. If you are trying to learn the Maddog and you're looking for a checklist, for those of you watching at the start, you'll remember that we spoke briefly about the checklists that we've created for the aeroplane. It's taken me a week and a half, but there it is. It's on flightsim.to as well for you to download for free. And I'm hoping that will be very helpful to a lot of people. So 2 pages, again I've managed to summarise it onto just 2 easy pages, carefully formatted and created so that it's printable, a couple of hints and twits. Not everything is on there though, of course, it's a summarised checklist, but all of the things that you have to mandatory do at the very least to be able to start the engines, maintain the engines and get from A to B. For those of you who fly with Osprey Airways as well, certainly you can use that for your MD-80 ops, MD-82, 83 and the 88. This is all valid for, it should work, which is pretty good. Yeah, hopefully you guys find it useful. And that is the 3rd checklist that I've done. No, 4th in fact. What have we've done? One for the Twin Otter, PMDG 737, the Phoenix A320, and now the Leonardo Maddog. So the 4th checklist that I've done for free for people to enjoy and use. It's one of those things that's always worth keeping an eye on. I've got it up most of the time, at least certainly for departure and things as well. Proper descent after RADs, apparently. Yeah, New York Centre's online. We've got tower and ground as well, I think. Oh, Cornelius, really? Some extra Osprey liveries. I know we've got the 737s, the CRJ, the A320, and the 787, I think, are FSLTL liveries. I don't know if we got any more in there, though. Hopefully we do. I know Tapsy's working away at a few. Joey, yes, if I can kind of learn it, then 100%. Michael says, how is the Fenix on my 4090? Well, if you remember before, I was having a lot of problems with the Fenix on my old computer, and I was kind of hoping that the new PC would get rid of all of those issues, but unfortunately it hasn't, and it still proves almost unusable, sadly. I'm going to try this week to do a live stream with it, just to see what happens. I figured if it goes wrong, then it shows them live as well how problematic it is for some people, not everybody. But I would very much like to see version 2 sooner rather than later. Mats, good day to you. At some point in the week as well, we need to head to Gothenburg. We've got the new Orbex Gothenburg scenery installed. Joey, that's great to hear. Saying I always use your 737 checklist. And Justin, no, Turtle Beach never did get back to me. Neither did Fenix, interestingly, when I was trying to clarify some of the issues that I've been having last week, week before last. Yeah, neither responded, which is a bit disappointing. I have been eyeing up maybe the Honeycomb, Alpha Bravo and Charlie, but who knows. Over the halfway point, cruising along. Touchwood, all good so far. Significant throttle problems, Reese boy. It seems to be, from what I've at least kind of, from what all the problems I've had with the Fenix recently, what I think I've now actually boiled it down to is the fact that the Fenix program is, well, it's a pain in the backside anyway, because it runs outside the sim, and you need that to be running in order for the Fenix to run, otherwise it literally drops out the sky and stops working, which is a bit of a bugbear anyway. I mean, that hasn't happened to me, thankfully, but it has happened to others. What I'm finding now on the reinstall of the Fenix on my new computer, the Fenix app, the Fenix program rather, doesn't auto-run anymore. And on a couple of occasions, it will just crash out, or it will hang. What I'm then also looking at is the integration or the interaction between the Fenix and the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 yoke. And I've found that there's a weird bit of behaviour where it doesn't recognise reverse properly in the Fenix. So I don't really know how it's all happening, but it's kind of, yeah, it's all a bit weird. But it's this ongoing problem that was on my old computer, carried across now to my new one as well. Some people have had gear failures. I constantly have failures and issues with the reverse thrust not working properly. And the new one, when you press escape to go into your menu, for whatever reason, like just to check your control settings if you're getting problems or you're fiddling around with keybinds on the ground before your departure, when you come back out of the menu into the sim with the Fenix, the throttles lock forwards and you can't move them again. You have to then restart your flight, which is pretty bad. Bordering on unacceptable, in fact, for a payware product. Michael says he's received his honeycomb. We won't regret it. Very nice. David's as well saying honeycomb is good. Flying Panda, good afternoon. If you've not answered the question for the live chat giveaway today, folks, then you've still got time. We'll keep the giveaway running until we get to JFK. Thank you to everybody who has hit the like button so far as well. We're 96 likes, almost 100. That's fantastic. Great to see loads of you enjoying the flight today. Doing something a bit different. Flying TWA, old school ops. Tampa to JFK. The question that you guys got to answer to be in with a chance to win a copy of the new iniBuilds JFK New York scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator is this. What does the K in JFK stand for? Before you pop your answer into the live chat, make sure you are already subscribed to the channel, otherwise Nightbot will just ignore it. You've got to be subscribed to the channel before you answer, otherwise it doesn't recognise the entry. And all the terms and conditions are in the description below. Take you to a Google Drive with the giveaway PDF. Reese boy, they'll be fine. The folks at New York are some of the best controllers on the network. A lot of them, in fact, are real controllers as well, which is quite cool. It's a really nice livery. Sadly, the livery creator hasn't done a brilliant job on it because they've actually configured it for the MD82 and then fiddled around and botched a load of files to make it think it's an MD83 in some of the files, but it's still an MD82 and you have to load in as an MD82 with the livery, so it's all a bit of a mess, but it works anyway, and it's quite nice. It's an 8K livery on flightsim.to. It's one of the only Trans World Airlines TWA liveries for the Maddog as well. I can't believe there were so few, in fact. But we're flying the jet. A little bit of a nod to the TWA hotel as we said at the start. Over 100 likes now as well. Thank you guys. Brit's saying the only problem I have with the Honeycomb Bravo and the next level racing Boeing seat is the way the throttle attaches to the seat. It sits too low and further back. Is that with the adapter as well, Fritz? Because to be fair, the Turtle Beach adapter for the next level racing Boeing seat that I've sat on, the adapter that I'm using for the Turtle Beach that's included is actually really quite well placed. It's the perfect angle actually for kind of, yeah, it's exactly where you want it. AJ Finani saying I use the white and red striped Tylenol TWA livery. So we were going to use that, and then there were a lot of comments of people saying it's a very inaccurate livery and there's a number of issues with it. So we've ended up going for this one instead. Graham as well said he's just picked up the Thrustmaster Boeing TCA yoke, the Honeycomb Bravo as well. Wow, really enjoying that setup. Picked up the cheaper Thrustmaster rudder pedals as well. They're the ones that I've got actually, the cheap T-Flight rudders from Thrustmaster. They've lasted 3 years now quite nicely, but crikey, Justin, that's epic. How do you find the velocity pedals, Hans? Saying there he's got the Boeing yoke, the Honeycomb Bravo, and the velocity pedals from Turtle Beach. Loving it for the 737. Also have Etsy throttles for the Bravo with spoiler and flaps. They're the custom 3D printed ones, aren't they, that you could buy on Etsy that people enjoy. And from what it sounds like, they're actually really very good. There's the giveaway question in the live chat again. That pops in there around every 7 minutes or so, just as a reminder. We've got around, let's see, maybe an hour until we speak to New York Center. By that point we'll be into descent as well. Eduardo, welcome on board. Fritz made a custom modification, bought an adapter plate to lift it up and push it forwards. If you look closely on their website you'll see where they kind of sit. It's weird that it sits a lot lower. Yeah, odd. Michael's got the Turtle Beach pedals as well, loving them. I think that's their latest product, isn't it? Ashton says, could you explain when to adjust the course in the PMDG 737s? When you tune the ILS, make sure you've tuned the courses in. That's the easiest way to kind of explain it. So when you're thinking about getting the ILS all tuned in, the arrival and everything all tuned in prior to descent. Hello Doc, welcome. Then you want to make sure as well you've got not only the ILS frequencies tuned and ready, Ashton, but then NAV1 and NAV2 courses set as well for the ILS. And double check, otherwise, like the last stream I think it was, we were in the 737, very quickly as we were establishing into Rotterdam, I think I'd realised that I'd not set one of the courses up properly for the ILS, and I noticed just at the right time, right at the last minute in fact as well, because I hadn't cross-checked it in the descent. Oh, Thrustmaster TPR. Are they the Michael? Are they the metal ones that kind of like float on hinges and things? Is it them the latest rudders that they've bought out? Very premium looking, that's for sure. $600, wow, $600. Woo! Yeah, they're the ones. That's expensive. Too much for rudder pedals for me. Pendulum, that's it, yeah. I wish this click spot would work for that EFB, but alas we can't get rid of it. I mean, next on my list is a butt kicker. That's what I want to kind of set my sights on the most next. Have that mounted underneath my Boeing Next Level Racing seat. It's got an adapter that comes in the box for it as well, so that you can mount things like butt kicker underneath the seat effortlessly, and it's going to be interesting. But I think it's that might be for midsummer. Biggest thing I've got to think about is air conditioning when it gets hot. Justin says I need to hit up Thrustmaster Luke. I would, but I mean, I was in conversation with Turtle Beach for a little while. They were considering bringing me in as a, you know, like Thrustmaster have got their associates, whatever they're called, where it's basically streamers that are paid / given free stuff to advertise their stuff and show it all off on videos and streams and things. I was looking at doing something similar with Turtle Beach, not to get paid to advertise, but to receive some free items for the purpose of reviews, to then add them into the descriptions of the videos and things like that as well, to kind of show them off. Yeah, their version of the ambassador program, but they didn't select me. I think they're going more for like racers and all that sort of stuff. I find Twitch gets a very heavy bias from a lot of these manufacturers and developers as well, even though the majority of you guys get your flight sim content from YouTube still, as we see year in year out on the Navigraph survey. But who knows? 170 miles now to stop descent by the looks of it. We could probably be a little proactive in tuning in New York Center 125325. Oh, bloody pilot. 125. It's definitely whoever's created this livery has done some weirdness, because the other liveries that I loaded in for the Maddog don't do any of this weird stuff. Check to make sure your sim bridge is up to date, Reese boy, and whether or not sim bridge is running or not. Red says I've just been overtaken. Hans says, have you ever thought about getting the Logitech radio panel? It's a game changer. There he is. Oh yeah. Let's see. Can I? Oh no, where's he going? Whoa. God. I'm trying to get him in a screenshot there. Okay, so now let me go back outside. Let's see what we can do with drone cam. We get some tasty screenshots. Where's he gone? There he is. Oosh. Oh, that's VATSIM servers obviously refreshing every now and again. That's you, Will. Epic. Spotted. The old coast down there as well, the east coast. Great view, isn't it? What I'm going to try and do is think about where we want the drone camera to be as we approach New York in the near future. It's going to be around about kind of this angle, this view. Unless we get vectored the other way, in which case we might just have to spin the drone camera wheel and speed it all up so we can zip to the correct place. There goes Will. Zooming away. You better step on it, get that separation back. Otherwise I might need to slow down a tad. I'm doing max 7.4 if that helps. I'll do Mach 7.7. If you do Mach 8.0, Will, that should get you nice and separate from us. We've got an aircraft there as well, going the opposite direction. Look at that, about to have a flyby. And that is... it's a C-25C. November 406 Charlie Romeo, apparently. Oh, New York looks very busy. I'd say 10 miles, 15 miles MPS gaming. Alright, yeah, you do Mach 8.0. Lazarus is behind me, so I'm doing Mach... I was doing Mach 7.4. But I'll whack it up to Mach 7.8. And then that way we keep the same speed. Well, I can't do Mach 8.2 Lazarus, sadly. There goes the C-25C. Just about to see its lights there, zooming along. Yeah, 15 nautical miles should be good MPS gaming. The only thing is when we start to sort of decelerate, that's when we can start bunching up on each other very quickly. Look at that. Shame about the, bearing in mind this is a 90 quid add-on. For that, it's pretty poor, isn't it, the texture work. And the RTX4090, running the sim in 4K, that really, really does look messy on my screen here, on a 4K screen. Carlita, good morning, buddy. So we've got New York Center, New York Approach, New York Tower, all online. JFK ATIS 128725.
What beginning of the cell of the MSFS?
Tune in. So we'll get the, see if we've got voice ATIS or not. Oh god, bloody pilot. Okay, we don't have digital ATIS, that's fine. Max, no you didn't. Still got a little way to go yet. Eric, welcome on board. If we do enter the holds, there's a hold already input at chant. Where's that? Oh, that's for missed approach. Oh yeah, that is for missed approach. Just in, yeah, that's fine. I was just tuning into the actual ATIS itself to try and get that voice ATIS loaded up. Cameron. So there's a hold at Boton, there's a hold at Pansy, there's a hold at Cameron. We'll just have to be dynamic. So as we're flying in through Hogs, we'll have gone past Boton. It'll be very quickly into 7.4 miles to Pans, so we won't hold at Pans either. So most likely if we're going to get any holds, it's going to be at Cameron. And that will give us 25 nautical miles from Pans to Cameron to get the hold input into the flight computer ready for our arrival in, to kind of make sure we execute that nicely. It'll be the first time, if we do get a hold today, it'll be the first time flying the hold, I think, on in the Maddog, I believe. Can't remember if we've ever done it in this before. I don't think we have we? Marshall, have a good one. Well, good, that should have you pull away quite nicely. Hogs is well into our descent as well, so we're expecting 250 knots at 11,000 feet at Cameron. Outside of flying out of JFK across the pond, this is the first time flying in with ATC, and as Lazarus is saying, runway 22 left at the moment. It might change. It's on the limit for a tailwind. At the minute on Navigraph it's showing red. 8 knot tailwind, 2 knot crosswind for 22 left, so it may well change. We do need to keep a very close eye on the ATIS for that as well, otherwise we could get caught out. But we're expecting vectors, so the controller will no doubt navigate us and have us turn around other aircraft to sequence us all into whatever runways in use. Currently the ATIS is there on the screen, info Foxtrot. 6 statute mile visibility now, and mist has become haze. Broken clouds lifted to 1,100, 1,600 and 25,000, all broken cloud levels there. 17 degrees Celsius and the temperature's 14 degrees Celsius. Altimeter 2986 inches of mercury. Which is great, because that means we've got that spread that we were talking about earlier on. And because of the spread increasing, the visibility has increased from 2 statute miles to 4 statute miles, now 6 statute miles. Haze, or mist has become haze, fog has become haze. But yeah, runway 22 left is still in use, but look at the wind, 020 at 8. We've got a tailwind of 8 knots affecting us today. Unless they change the runway, and they might well do that. Still time to enter the giveaway today. If you want to be in with a chance to win a copy of the new iniBuilds JFK New York Airport scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator, released a few days ago. All you need to do is make sure you're subscribed and then answer the following question correctly in the live chat. You only have to put your answer once. You don't have to worry about capital letters or anything, but obviously make sure the spelling is correct. And the question is, what does the K in JFK stand for? If you've not given us a little thumbs up so far today and you're enjoying the stream, make sure you do give us a little like as well. Brian says my new setup has not been built yet. In your opinion, what is the best processor, AMD or Intel? For me, since entering the flight sim world, I've gone all in with AMD. My old system was an AMD Ryzen 5 3600X. My new system now, my new PC, which I've only had for about 2 or 3 weeks, is a AMD Ryzen 9 7900X, which is an absolute beast of a CPU. That paired with the RTX4090 and 64 gig of DDR5 RAM clocked at 5200 MHz. Absolute whopper of a computer, able to run the sim beautifully in 4K. Bandit Flight Sim, welcome. Centuri, good morning as well. A little bit of love in the chat already for AMD in response there to Brian's question. Such an inconvenient position for the yoke. Top of descent in just over 80 miles. Let's make sure that's set. Dylan says New York just took you in at SWL. That's not on my flight plan, I don't think. Oh, there it is. Okay, wow, that is early. Sheesh. I suppose that makes sense for them because they can sequence us before top of descent. Yeah, frame generation is a huge game changer automated with the 4090. It made it really quite a whopper. (1351Z), so we've got another 15 or so minutes before we get another ATIS report, so they could change the runway. Bearing in mind Dylan's just been picked up at Sierra Whiskey Lima. It's in 30 odd miles. Let's tune in now to New York Center
370
and have a listen at the flow. Lazarus, I wouldn't worry.
Sorry, who's checking in?
Delta 1121, spot level 370.
MPS Gaming, I use
Radar
MP4.
contact over Ridgey, descend via the Corey 4 arrival. LaGuardia altimeter 2985.
Alright, descend via the Corey 4 and we have the ATIS at LaGuardia, Delta 1121.
Thank you. Osprey 1964 reduced to Mach 0.74.
Michael, wow, he's got a 7900 X3D. Whopper.
1964.
New York Boeing 860 Papa Sierra with you 1000, squawk in 2000, en route to Boston via approaching Stubby intersection.
New York Center with 205, passing through 27,000.
So actually setting in our flight ID into the transponder there for us, just in case you can see that on his end on the radar client. And onto my checklist, we'll have a little look at the sensor destination weather was obtained, arrival data is set and checked. We've already done that. We're expecting potential here for holds. We'll have to deal with that dynamically, and we're potentially going to see a runway change as well. But we'll play that by ear. We'll see how it all plays out in front of us in a moment. Forecast is in and set, and that's as good as we're going to get. The nav data's been checked, it matches.
9000 fly present heading, contact New York approach 12812.
And we're going to make sure the landing data cards are set and active. There we go, so the V-books are now set, rad out, audio markers are set, PFD decision height set to 100 for rad out.
Yes, approach on 135.9000. Osprey 9000.
Osprey 9000 negative 128.12, 2812.
New York Center, bing bing. Please squawk 1146.
54 descend and maintain flight level 230.
So send me a personal message now. Please squawk 1146 and contact me New York Center 125325.
And Osprey 1964 for traffic, turn 20 degrees right.
20 degrees right.
Information Foxtrot.
New York Center Lou, Osprey 685 with your 5370, 2.5 miles out of Soward. Osprey 685, New York Center, roger. Say Mach number? Mach 0.81.
It's going to get very busy now, folks. A lot of concentration for me. Not the most comfortable with the Maddog.
Maintain 0.881, Osprey 685. Osprey 2306, descend and maintain 1000, maintain 250 knots.
100. That's great.
New York Center, good morning. TWA 304 at MD82 with information Foxtrot, flight level 350, inbound Sierra Whiskey Papa, I think it is. Sierra Whiskey Lima.
304 New York Center, good morning. Radar contact, turn 20 degrees right for traffic, and say Mach number.
20 degrees right for traffic, Mach decimal 78, TWA 304.
TWA 304, maintain Mach 0.78.
We'll go maintain Mach 78, 304. So 300 050, split for traffic. Maze Tace, welcome buddy. Hayden, yeah, I had an update from Orbex earlier on. I noticed the speeds were a little slow for me as well. I just figured it might have been an issue my end, but interesting you just said that. So high speed, high altitude, narrow flight envelope with in heading mode using 10 degrees pitch bank angle limiter set. We could set 15 as well at a push, but I wouldn't worry beyond that. Certainly you could end up destabilizing the aeroplane. And now we're offset already for traffic management.
West 605, stop your descent, maintain, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Stop descent up to 190, what's 605.
We turn the pilot off in here, we can't.
Center,
no.
Delta 1236 with you, 11.2 for 12,000.
That's great, Tace. Good to hear, buddy.
Delta 1236 New York Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230, Delta 1236.
Osprey 2306, contact New York approach 12812.
2812.
Approach 1.8.12,
2812 we could say in response for in the States. Right, pressurization is set, continuing the before descent checks here. Wing engine ICIs as required, we're going to leave those set, we don't really need to worry about them at the moment either.
JetBlue 426 and maintain best forward speed.
And the landing barometer pressure, what we got here, we got 2986.
Center, g'day, Osprey 3400, squawking 6632 and maintaining flight level 370.
UNH 1011.
Osprey 3400, New York Center, radar contact 10 miles from Snow Hill, say Mach number.
Mach decimal
Seat to Alpha, welcome.
It's nice being in this old bird. I'm betting that if I look under the seats, I'll probably find a few old stray ones. Oh well, time for another gin and tonic before descent, please.
Absolutely, you can't descend without a G&T. Thanks for the tip, Seek to Alpha, really appreciate it. Generous as always.
Bearing 2996 New York Center, radar contact 18 miles from Snow Hill, and maintain Mach 0.78.
Maintain 0.78.
Look at that for an offset, being vectored wildly out here.
New York Center, United 1123, flight level 370. We are just southwest of the Snow Hill VOR.
Now it's busy.
Yeah, 1123 New York Center, squawk 3772 ident.
3772 ident 1123.
There we go.
Westjet 605 contact.
We're going to be
12812.
definitely arriving in style, I think, with all this ATC. Well, he should tell you. If you reach top of descent though, and he hasn't, then just call up request descent. Your call sign, so whatever it might be, requesting descent.
FedEx 1107 New York Center. Proceed direct.
Great to hear, Michael.
Maintain level 380.
Been with us for a month now. Thanks for your ongoing support, buddy.
Robbinsville, flight level 380, FedEx 1107.
Osprey 1964 cleared direct hogs. Resume the Cameron for arrival.
Direct to Rods, 1964.
Osprey 1964 direct hogs. Hotel Oscar Golf Golf Sierra and resume at the arrival.
Okay, Hotel Oscar.
So when he says resume the arrival, it means continue the descent through the star.
89 cross Owens at and maintain 14,000. The Kennedy Altimeter 2986.
Cross Owens 14,000, 2986, American 1289.
Yeah, 1123, radar contact 10 miles south of Snow Hill. Same Mach number?
0.79 for United 1123.
Yeah, 1123, reduce to 0.77, turn 20 degrees right for traffic.
0.77, 20 degrees right.
Michael, thanks, buddy.
Turn American 1476 is with you, direct waving.
Turn 1476, New York Center, climb and maintain level 230.
Absolutely blasting along here.
230.
Delta 1236. Washington Center.
Sucker, great to hear.
First to change approved. We'll say thanks for the help.
Southwest 1010 with you, fly level.
So we're listening out for our call sign. TWA
1010 New York Center.
304.
DuPont radar contact. Climb and maintain 10,000.
New York Center, hello, Osprey 495, flight level 390, speed decimal 82.
Osprey 495 New York Center, radar contact 10 miles south of Snow Hill. Reduced to Mach 0.75 for sequence to Kennedy.
Reduce speed decimal 75, Osprey 495.
Giant 8094 contact Boston Center 1347. Good day.
That separation's massive. We're going right out to into the Atlantic almost.
Delta 1121.
Centurion. Massive amounts of grief, yeah. I'm never using this livery again.
Delta 1540.
The livery creator needs to fix it. It's a bit of a mess, but we got it working enough. I ended up having to manually configure everything. It broke. This livery's broke my sim brief integration with the Maddog. It's broke the way that the sim thinks it is as well. So it thinks it's an MD82. Sorry, it thinks it's an MD83 even though it's an MD82. Yeah.
That's for Osprey 1964. Osprey 1964, descend and maintain level 190.
Top of descent coming up now as well. We want to set. Probably high auto brake, you know.
TWA 304,
with the tailwind.
Level 270.
Well, no, we'll go for medium. We'll get it set ready. We can't arm it until the gear is down in this.
Osprey 685, New York.
Osprey 685.
Osprey 685, confirm you're still on Mach 0.81.
We just had a small deceleration. We're getting back up to speed. Osprey 685.
Alright, Osprey 685, thanks. Maintain best forward speed, cross hogs at and maintain level 190.
Hogs 190, Osprey 685.
JetBlue 426, stay airspeed.
Dominican Rat, good morning.
0.66.
Airspeed, please, indicated.
285.
JetBlue 426, 300 knots or greater, please.
300.
Yeah, legal prime. So it is, MD client is running, but for some reason when I try and import the Simbury flight plan, what it does is it means that it tries to load in, I daren't show you.
304 reduced to Mach 0.73 for spacing.
Reduced Mach 7.3 for spacing, TWA 304.
Osprey 495, request descent.
Osprey 495, descend and maintain flight level 270.
Descend, flight level 270, Osprey 495.
Yeah, every time I try and load the flight plan, it loads in a flight plan for somewhere in Italy.
Maintain flight level 230.
Up to 230, 963.
American 1810, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Up to 380, American 1810.
Delta 1540, contact New York approach 12812.
12812, Delta 1540, good day.
JetBlue 426, cross Cameron at and maintain 1000. Kennedy altimeter is 29086.
29086, cross Cameron.
Taxi, welcome, good afternoon.
TWA 304, cleared direct hogs, resume the arrival.
Direct hogs, resume the arrival at TWA 304.
JFK Center, Osprey 3400, requesting
Direct hogs, execute, hogs, nav. In we go for the turn. Resume the arrival, which means we've got to continue, so flight level 180 is next. Reflick
3400.
VNAV.
Yeah, 1123, turn 20 degrees left. 20 degrees left, not 1123.
Vertical speed mode actually, because we want to make sure that we are maintaining
it was
this.
Just, temporarily disconnected there, Osprey 3400.
Osprey 3400, cross hogs at and maintain, flight level 190 and transition to 300 knots or greater.
Transition to hogs, flight level 190 and transition to 300 knots or greater for Osprey 3400.
We're going to try and achieve
Osprey 685, best forward speed.
A drift down to 18,000 here.
Osprey 1964, descend and maintain 1000. The Kennedy altimeter is 29086.
1000.
And it can descend pretty quick if it needs to. So there we go.
The altimeter 29084 at Harrisburg. Say approach request.
2986 for us.
Ground 419, can you accept the full approach?
That.
Sure, we can do it from Harrisburg or once you got to fix here, Barn.
Grumpy 419, cleared direct Barn, cross Barn at or above 4000, cleared ILS runway 13 approach.
Alright, direct Barn at or above 4000, cleared ILS 13, Grumpy 419.
Center JetBlue 426.
JetBlue 426, go ahead.
Do you want me to keep up the speed and ignore the cascade?
JetBlue 426, affirmative. I'll give you the speed restriction just before your handoff.
Roger, thank you very much. JetBlue 426.
TWA 304, descend and maintain flight level 190.
So maintain 190, TWA 304.
Yeah, 1123, cleared direct hogs.
Clear direct hogs, not at 1123.
American 2996, cross hogs at and maintain flight level 190, transition to 300 knots. American 2996.
Go ahead, American 2996.
American 2996, cross hogs at and maintain.
So we've got to be on it, which is why I'm speaking less, because he's really busy and I don't want to miss my transmission with him.
American 2996.
American 1476, Washington is closed, frequency change approved today.
American 1476 here.
American 2038, Washington Center is closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved today.
Change approved for American 2038 and thanks for the
Delta 963, Washington Center is closed, frequency change approved, good day.
We're flying into JFK.
963.
DXC.
Osprey 1964, maintain 250 knots.
250 knots, 64.
JetBlue 426 at Cameron, maintain 250 knots, contact New York approach 12812.
At Cameron, maintain 250, over to New York Roger, Kennedy approach on 128.12.
Grumpy 419, report Enola inbound.
Grumpy 419.
Osprey 1964, contact New York approach 128.12.
128.12.
This is exciting.
Thanks. 64.
TWA 304, maintain 280 knots.
Maintain 280 knots, TWA 304.
United 1123, descend and maintain flow level 270.
270 for 1123.
Osprey 495, cross hogs at and maintain flow level 190.
Cross Brooklyn, maintain flight level 190.
Tap them out, let's get a bit of speed break.
Do you have a speed for the transition for Osprey 495?
Osprey 495, transition to 300 knots.
300, sudden speed, Osprey 495.
New York Center, hello, Endeavor 4827 with you, flight level 200.
Air 4827, New York Center, cleared direct Lendy, cross Lendy at and maintain, flow level 190.250 knots.
Direct Lendy 190.250 knots, Endeavor 4827.
Southwest 10 to 10, contact Potomac approach 119.7, good night. Southwest 10-10.
Could you repeat that, please, Southwest 10-10?
Southwest 10-10, contact Potomac approach 119.7.
119.17.
119.7, 1970.
My apologies,
Bring that in.
19.7.
One more. Oops.
Osprey 685, cross Cameron at and maintain 1000, altimeter 2986.
Cross Cameron and maintain 1000, altimeter 2986.
Reasonable, I know. Caught not listening.
1123, was that a 280 or 270 you wanted us down to?
Still got an 8 knot tailwind.
United 1123, 270.
270, roger that, thank you sir. United 1123.
TWA 304, cross Cameron at and maintain 1000.
Cross Cameron at and maintain 1000, TWA 304.
Actually, Osprey 495 reduced to 250 knots.
You speed 250, Osprey 495.
Yeah, 1123 maintain.
I don't think I'm going to get a 10 today, folks, because I realised during the descent there a moment ago that we were still flying above. We were flying. We tuned into local pressure on this one by accident when I actually meant to have changed this one instead, so I changed the wrong one.
Osprey 495, turn 30 degrees right.
30 degrees right, Osprey 495.
Osprey 685, contact New York approach 12812.
12812, New York approach, Osprey 685.
That's big cumulus clouds over there. We've got the coast below, look at that.
Station 5, Golf Papa, New York Center, runway 24, taxi via
nice.
Lima, Quebec, cross runway 19er.
Alright, runway 24 via Lima.
iniBuilds, welcome! Hello to you guys, hope you're well. Thanks for creating a wonderful JFK. Great work. Hope you're enjoying today's live stream as well. We're into descent now, heading towards New York hot.
Walker 2978, New York Center, roger. Turn right, heading to 90.
So pressurization set, missed approach is briefed. We're expecting islands 22 left still via Norton unless that changes imminently.
Osprey 495, turn right heading 110.
Below 10,000, we're going to turn the aux and transfer hydraulic pumps to on. It's 5,000 for now.
Osprey 495 heading 110.
Heading 110, Osprey 495.
TWA 304 at Cameron, maintain 250 knots, contact New York approach 12812.
At Cameron, maintain 250 knots and contact approach on 2812 at TWA 304, thanks.
Center 432 Charlie Papa.
Center 432 Charlie Papa, just about to tell you we're established on ILS 2 left.
Yeah, the giveaway today is,
Papa, Roger,
as we mentioned at the start today, sponsored and supplied courtesy of iniBuilds.
2978 descend and maintain 4000 turn.
2812. So they've provided the copy for us to give away today, very generous of them, and it's a beautiful bit of scenery. It looks fantastic on my rig, albeit it's a powerful computer. But hopefully that will then translate into stunning views for you guys as we fly into JFK and explore the new scenery today. Sam's seen New York City installed as well, especially for today. We've got Jazeki Designs Newark in the background too, to really test the performance. JFK Tower 11901 is next.
2806 turn left heading 250, descend maintain 3000. Left 250, descend maintain 3000, Number 685. Charlie X-ray turn right heading.
Christ. Everybody's on top of each other. Cross Cameron at 250. Spoilers out.
426 turn left heading 040, descend maintain 4000.
Oh yeah, it's horrendous. I didn't even select them. It's just it's a weirdness in the livery that the livery creators kind of toggled something that means that even though I've set the pilots not to be there, they're still there. They are creepy. Especially the one that's inside me.
W2806 turn right heading 270. 2306. Right 270 for JetBlue 2806. Delta 1028 descend and maintain 4000.
Oh, holds active, 250 knots. Here we go.
Your curve hello, Endeavour 4827 with your flight level 90.
Endeavour 49.
Nick approach, good afternoon. TWA 304 is with you. Information Foxtrot 11,000, Cameron 250 knots.
Endeavour 4826 turn right heading 170, descend and maintain 13,000.
I said with you. The cursed words. Oops.
I'm sorry, the voice was cut, sir. American 5049, radar contact, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend and maintain 4000, American 5049. Osprey 685, what were the instructions?
Ostrich 23066 6 miles from Rosley, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley, 3000, clear ILS runway 22 left approach.
Let's get rid of the music, because I'm going to have my work cut out now.
W2806, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 3000, clear ILS 22 left.
Hopefully we're avoiding that.
Direct Rosley and at Rosley cleared ILS.
Just actually skirt through it.
Number 777 Charlie X-ray turn right heading 010.
0107 Charlie X-ray.
Delta 1540 turn left heading 010.
Left 010, that's 1540.
What were the instructions for Osprey 685?
Ah, I need to get in.
685 flighting 040.
This is scuppering me now.
Heading 040 Osprey 685, and is that still 11,000?
Osprey 685, I give you 4000. Descend maintain 4000, please.
Descend and maintain 4000 Osprey 685, thanks.
Approach hello, TWA 304 is inbound Norton 11,000, speed 250 knots.
American TW 304, flighting 040, descend maintain 4000.
040 and descend maintain 4000, TWA 304, hello.
Do you still want Osprey 685 at max speed?
Osprey 685, speed 250, descend maintain 4000.
Speed 250.
We set 240 there, for a good reason.
Here you can approach, g'day, Osprey 3400, flight level 1000 at 250 knots.
Over to tower for JetBlue 2006.
Lights.
Great job. See ya.
Maxwell 3, 3400, descend maintain 4000.
There we are, pinged out of the wings, just there.
26.
American 2699, descending to 11,000, inbound Cameroon.
Delta 1540, turn left heading 270, descend maintain 3000.
Ooh, the click spots are very sensitive.
270, down a few thousand, up to 1540.
250 knots, we're maintaining that.
November 777, Charlie X-ray, reduce speed 210, descend maintain 3000.
Back 22 and down 3, 7 Charlie.
Jack, hello, buddy.
West 605, descend maintain 4000, reduce speed 210.
Down to 4,000 and reduce speed of 210, let's hit 605.
W426, turn left heading 360,
Science.
display, reduce
Through
speed
trans
210.
10,000, transfer box on, aux box on, landing lights extended on, windshield and T-fog as required. Bank limiter is now set for our approach and the intercept. Seatbelt signs on, confirm ATIS approaching new silence 22. Left, tuned 1109 and 1109, course 224s are both set as well. Flaps extend as required, not really required at the moment. Drift down 233.
For American 5049.
American 5049, reduce speed 180.
Reduce 180, American 5049.
Delta 1540, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 3000, clear ILS runway 22 left. Delta 1540, did you copy?
Delta 1540, guide.
Delta 1540, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 2000.
Rosley.
Sorry, 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
That was it, cleared direct Rosley and maintain 3000 for Delta 1540.
Number 77 Charlie, X8, turn left heading 270.
Bring that range in again.
Speed 180.
God, I feel a little element of stress here with flying into New York
approach,
in the Maddog
is at 13,000
with ATC on.
And number 4827, turn left heading 040, descend maintain 4000.
Left turn 0 down to 4,000, Delta 4827.
Look at that.
American 2996, descend maintain 4000.
Skirting around all of that. Bit of cloud to go through here, so...
Number 777 Charlie X-ray, 8 miles from Rosley, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley 3000, clear ILS 22 left.
Roger, direct Rosley and cleared ILS 22 left, 7 Charlie X-ray.
Delta 1540, contact tower 119.1.
Orbital 11901 for Delta
191, that's really
1540.
pre-tuned that ready. Master
November 33
Caution.
Lima Romeo, descend and maintain 4000.
Descend maintain 4000.
Airfall, ice pressure abnormal.
Approach 91123, 12,000 for 11,000 at Cameron.
Just turn it off.
American 2996, descend maintain 4000. West 605, turn left heading 270.
Left turn 270, what's it?
3,900.
JetBlue 426, reduce speed 180.
Down to 180, JetBlue 426.
Delta 1028, turn right heading 030, reduce speed 180.
Reduce speed 180 and right heading 030, Delta 1028.
Keeping the speed up for us.
Approach 91123.
Delta 1540, contact tower 119.1.
I'm putting them back on again. I'm going to put them on as well, engine anti-ice through the cloud.
Budget 605, contact tower 119.1.
119.1 for West.
Just to be safe. We're going to get probably a pressure warning again. Over here, we'll leave that on as well.
7 Charlie X-ray, contact tower 119.1.
7 Charlie X, go on the tower, good job.
Deck T.
Maxwell 400, reduce speed 180.
Into the cloud.
JetBlue 426, turn left heading 250. No.
Left 250, JetBlue 426.
Off.
Delta 1028, turn left heading 350.
Sorry, second heading Delta
It's so silent in this jet.
Okay, Delta 1020, maintain current heading.
Clouds are wonderful, look at that.
Delta 1020.
American 5049, turn right heading.
So at the moment, 55 frames per second, GPU's at 50%, VRAM at 69, sorry 59%, RAM at 45%, CPU 2%. Frames now 60
And for TA27, turn left heading
at 4K in the sim.
010, Endeavour 4827.
United 1123,
4,000.
descent maintain 4000.
We've been told 250, but I'm going to just be careful with speed management here.
United 1123, descent maintain 4000.
I'm going to set 225 now, and that's going to allow us to then extend the slats.
Okay, JetBlue 426, 8 miles from Rosley, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
With that, we're going to select
Direct Rosley at 3000.
go around as the EPR limit.
I think you said. Cleared
3000.
Slats out.
Affirm 3000.
3 cross Rosley at 3000.
There's the call out.
ILS 22 left. JetBlue 426.
It says that you, yeah, Steve, you definitely turn around.
Correction, 11,000 feet, speed 250. Inbound Cameron.
Delta 1020 again.
Delta 1028, turn left heading 270, descent maintain 3000.
Left 270,
See TCAS, somebody behind there. Someone in front as well, in fact.
605, contact tower 119.1.
So we've spaced actually quite carefully here. Let's get that back out.
Delta 1028, reduce speed. United 1123. United 1123, are you on this frequency?
It's all going a little wrong.
Delta 1028, 11,000 feet, speed 250. Batsville 1964, turn left heading 250.
250, 64.
What fuel heat is on?
Approach United 1123.
United 1123, descent maintain 4000.
4000, you want us to hold this current heading?
040.
Okay, 4000, 040, United 1123.
Batsville 685, turn left heading 270.
That goes through this little alley of cloud.
Saying 270,
turn left heading 270, descent maintain 4000. W426, contact tower 119.1.
Over to tower 119.1, thank you very much for your service. JetBlue 426.
Was that 270 for Osprey 685?
Direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
Sorry, say again, Delta 1020.
Delta 1028, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley 3000, cleared ILS.
Literally cloud surfing now, look at that. Imagine this as a view as a passenger. There's the JetBlue aircraft there.
TWA 304, descent maintain 4000.
Currently at 4,000, TWA 304.
Got it. TWA 304, turn left heading 350.
Left 350 degrees, TWA 304.
BVX 495, descent maintain 4000. Descent 4000, Osprey 495. Delta 1028, contact tower 119.1.
Joey, no idea. Wherever I get told to park.
Bye-bye.
American 5049, turn left heading 270.
Left 270, American 5020.
Look at that storm.
Number 33 Lima Romeo, turn right heading 360.
Jesus.
Right, 360, no, 260 Lima Romeo.
TW 304, turn right heading 360.
Right, 360, TW 304.
American 5049, turn left heading 250.
250, American 5049.
Huge cumulonimbus clouds.
BVX 1964, reduce speed 180. Batsville 1964, do you copy?
1964, go ahead.
Batsville 1964,
back into the
reduce
clouds.
speed 180.
In a moment.
180, 64.
Batsville 685, turn left heading 250.
That one in. Very happy to see us.
American 1289, descent maintain 4000, depart Camden heading 040.
4000, after Cameron heading 040, American 1289.
Yeah, you can approach
4827, reduce speed 180.
requesting 3000.
Pop some flaps out.
Speed 180 under 4027.
There we go.
New York approach, Delta 805 is checking on Cameron at 1111.
Flap 11. Yuri, no, sadly not.
Depart landing 040, X,
I wish I was, but I ran out of money.
4000.
Depart Cameron 040 heading and down to 8,000.
Some long vectors. TRP is set to go around. Speed.
American 5049, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley, 3000.
Brake is on. ILS mode arm. We don't need that at the moment. It's there. We're not cleared for the approach yet, that's the thing.
Maxwell 1964, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
Go around altitude set, autopilot, water thrust as required. So we're going to wait on the approach checks then for now.
And 4027, reduce speed 160, turn left heading 250.
160 left 250 under 4827.
Maxwell 3400, turn right heading.
Literally sitting over the cloud.
0, please.
Turn right 090. Osprey 3400.
Now, TWA304, reduce speed 180.
180, TWA304.
November 33 Lima Romeo, reduce speed 180.
180, November 33 Lima Romeo.
American 2996, maintain 040, reduce speed 180.
Maintain 040 and which speed?
180.
And speed 180, American 2996.
United 1123, reduce speed 180.
180 on the speed, United 1123. Eastern Osprey 685 at 250.
Tower 119.1.
11901, American 6249.
There's an airplane there.
Blissful 3400, maintain 360.
Andrew, I haven't flown for a year, buddy. £250 an hour for flight training. It's too expensive.
TWA304, turn left heading 250.
Left 250 degrees, TWA304.
Blissful 1964, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 3000, clear ILS 22 left.
Osprey 1964, clear to ILS 22 left.
Correct, welcome.
64, contact tower 119.1.
These controllers are doing a mega job.
Traffic.
Austin 3400, turn right heading 360, please.
Oh, welcome.
Right 360 for Osprey 3400.
Osprey 685, you still want us at 250 knots?
Not 360 knots, sir. Heading 360. Turn right heading 360 and climb and maintain 5000. November 33 Lima Romeo, turn left heading 250.
Left 250, November 33 Lima Romeo.
Woo! That was close.
Ostrich 1964, contact tower 119.1. That's 1964, contact tower 119.1. And 4826, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley at 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
Direct Rosley 3000, cleared ILS 22 left and approach 040 confirm.
TWA304, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
Bosnia 3000, cleared ILS 22 left to TWA304.
And 4027, contact tower 119.1.
19.1 for Endeavour 4827, great job, have a good day.
Ah.
Number 33 Lima Romeo, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
Alt arm.
Clear ILS 22 left, over 22 Lima Romeo.
Basel 685, proceed direct Rosley, cross Rosley 3000, cleared ILS 22 left.
Cleared ILS 22 left, cross Rosley 3000. Osprey
American 2996, turn left heading 320.
Here we go.
American 2996.
So, heading mode.
1123, turn left heading 010.
Active. ILS is armed.
Aspen 3400, turn left heading 060.
Left 060, Osprey 3400.
Osprey 3400, descend maintain 4000. TW304, contact tower 119.1.
Tower 19-1, TW304, thanks, great job.
November 3.
Endeavour 4827 Kennedy Tower, good morning, your number
ILS,
3.
that's...
A320, wind 0108, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, number 3, Endeavour 4827.
Osprey 1964, go around,
Miles, welcome.
runway heading, maintain 3000.
There's a go around.
Roger, heading, maintain 3000.
God, I hope I don't have to do one of those in this.
1964.
Tower hello, TWA 304 is inbound Rosley 3000.
TWA 304 Kennedy Tower, good morning, wind 0108. Your number 3, following a CRJ9, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Yeah, Roger, number 3, 2 to left, clear land, TWA 304, good morning. Here we go, 224, 224, 2 to left, 1109 or 1109 are both active in the box. Pilot's in the way. Where are we? TWA Rosley is 12 miles, Zolpo 6.
Osprey 1964, turn left heading 140, climb to 3000.
140, 3000.
Into...
American 5049, welcome to Kennedy, continue on hotel, hold short 22 right.
Into the
Continue hotel,
Pete Soup
hold
again,
short 22
4,
right.
final approach. So,
Osprey 1964, New York departure 135.
glide slopes alive, gear down,
135.9.
extend flaps.
Triple 426, cross 22 right, right turn Bravo to the ramp.
Clear across 22 right and right on Bravo to the ramp, JetBlue 426.
Delta 1028, which taxiway will you be entering the ramp at this morning? Charlie, Hotel Bravo, Kilo Golf, Kilo Foxtrot. Kilo Foxtrot, Delta 1028. Delta 1028, cross 22 right, straight ahead and off to the ramp. Cross 22 right and straight ahead to the ramp, Delta 1028. Citation, Medevac 7, Juliet Sierra, runway 22 right at Foxtrot, line up and wait.
Line up away, runway 22 right at Foxtrot, Medevac 7, Juliet Sierra.
Get down, 3 green. Ooh, interesting. Land. 160. Go. Through flat 40. Land mode's active, arm, there we go, happy days. Up here, ooh, little stutter. Engine.
Hello, Osprey 685 with you, 3.6 miles out of Rosley at 3000.
Osprey 685,
Mission both.
Kennedy Tower, good morning, your number 4, you're following a Gulfstream, wind 0108, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Number 4, runway 22 left, clear to land, Osprey 685.
142.
JFK Tower, number 22 Romeo, we're on the ILS for 22 left.
6
Osprey
miles.
1964, if you're still with the tower, you should be with departure on 135.9.
Oh, look at that, folks. We can't see New York
Gulfstream 33 Lima
because the
Romeo,
weather is
Kennedy
so
Tower,
pants.
Your number
But
3, you're following an MD-82, wind
look at that.
0108, runway 22 left, clear to land.
22 left, clear to land, alright, 22
Medevac 7 Juliet Sierra, on departure, make a right turn to the north, wind 0108, runway 22 right at Foxtrot, clear for takeoff.
On departure, make a left turn to the north.
that's pretty mega, isn't it? Look at how cool that looks.
And that's a right turn to the north.
Right turn.
Okay, so approach lights are now coming into view. Auto go around is set, lock track, glide slope is armed, autopilot, auto throttle as required, go around altitude is set, and flaps confirmed set for landing. Auto brake is set and armed, and also speed brake is set.
Good morning, your number 4, you're following a 737, about 5 miles on trail, wind 0108, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 22 left, uncompeted traffic, American 2996.
224.
Gulfstream 3-3 Lima Romeo, reduce the final approach speed. You're about 2.5 miles in trail of the
My
MD-82.
autopilot. My airplane.
Reduce the final approach speed, November 2 Lima Romeo.
Denver 4882, 4827
My throttles.
Kennedy, continue on hotel, hold short 2 to right.
Continue on hotel, hold short 2 to right, Denver 4827.
Medevac 7 Juliet Sierra, contacting your departure, 135.9er.
And for you guys as well watching.
Medevac 7 Juliet Sierra, nice shot line.
American 5049, cross 2 to right, make a right turn on Bravo to the ramp, right turn Bravo to the ramp.
Cross to your right, right turn on Bravo to the ramp, American 5049.
Traffic, 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 traffic. 400.
Denver 4827, cross 2 to right, left turn Alpha to the ramp.
200.
Cross 2 to right, left turn off to the ramp at Denver 4827, thanks.
Kennedy Tower, good day, JetBlue 1118, requesting push on start.
50, 40, 30.
JetBlue 1118, push and start your discretion.
Hold the
advisory
flare.
taxi.
10.
Stick forward, deceleration, reverse active. Green.
Kennedy Tower, JetBlue 1118.
JetBlue 1118, Kennedy Tower, good morning, push and start your discretion. Advisory taxi.
We'll close JetBlue 1118, thank you.
Reverse lights out.
TWA 304, welcome to Kennedy, right turn off the runway, no delay, traffic on a mile final.
Vacating Juliet now, TWA 304, thanks.
TWA 304, continue on Juliet, hold short 2 to right.
T Juliet, hold short 2 to right, TWA 304.
Okay, Tower.
There's the touchdown.
We can make a quick right turn on Alpha.
Lovely.
Straight into hotel into the terminal.
That's approved.
Thank you, Denver 4827.
Hold short 2 to left, so we're going to maintain a straight line here. POS lights onto POS. We'll pop the ground floods on. They're retracted.
Kennedy Tower, United 1123 is on a 15-mile final on the ILS 22 left.
United 1123, Kennedy Tower, good morning, you're number 3, you're following an American A320 about 7 miles in trail, wind 010 at 8, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Number 3, clear to land, 22 left, United 1123.
Cathay departing. And there's our first glimpse of JFK, folks. Look at that. Wow. Epic. There's the airport. Actually, we'll leave them on. Fuel heats. Off. We're going to hold here the ILS holding point. Juliet. So we can't stop here. We'll stop at this one.
TWA 304, cross 22 right. And which terminal are you parking?
Any, please. I could find out, but it'll take me a couple of minutes. So across 22 right, TWA 304.
TWA 304, cross 22 right, straight ahead and off to the ramp. Have a good morning.
Across 22 right, straight ahead and Alpha, and to the ramp, TWA 304. Thanks, great ATC.
Gulfstream 3-3 Lima Romeo, continue on Hotel, cross 22 right, then make a left turn on Alpha, then November, then Quebec to go to Modern Aviation.
To John Hotel, cross 22 right, Alpha, November, Quebec, number 22 Lima Romeo.
B43.
685, welcome to Kennedy, continue on Hotel, hold short of 22 right.
B43, that's where Doc's told us to go.
Hotel, hold short 22 right, Osprey 685, thanks.
Euro Tower, Osprey 495, inbound Rosalie.
Osprey 495, Heavy Kennedy Tower, good morning, you're number 3, you're following a United 737, wind 010 at 8, runway 22 left, clear to land.
APU start.
Clear to land, Osprey to left, Osprey 495.
B40.
And Osprey 495, you're doing about 100 knots faster than that United in front of you. Start reducing the final approach speed.
Reducing now, Osprey 495, thank you.
That's off, that's all set. Okay, let's get the music going. Need to find out where we're going. B43. Oh, okay. That's there. So
Osprey 685, cross 22 right on hotel, make the left turn on out.
I'm gonna have to be that guy.
Cross 22 right, left turn, Union Hotel, left turn Alpha to the ramp, Osprey 605.
Good old Mad Dog reverse. I love that this jet could do this.
TWA 304, looks like you're kind of taxiing back the opposite direction there, sir.
Yeah, I need a resip on Alpha for Hotel Bravo, stand Bravo 43.
Alright, if you're going to go Hotel Bravo, make the left turn onto Bravo to Hotel Bravo. Left turn Bravo, Hotel Bravo.
Left turn Bravo and Hotel Bravo for TWA 304.
Is Osprey 685 turning left on Bravo or Alpha?
Now I've got to go
Left turn on
deep.
Alpha for 685.
Alpha 685, thanks.
They see everything.
American 2996, welcome Kennedy, continue on Juliet, hold short 22 right.
Continue on Juliet and hold short runway 22 right, American 2996.
New York Tower.
I basically we overcommitted for this junction as well, so we kind of needed to go round somehow back, regardless.
Kennedy Tower, good morning. You're number 3, you're following a company A330, caution wake turbulence. You're about 8 miles of trail. Wind 010 at 8, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Following incoming traffic, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Oh god.
Osprey 3400.
JetBlue 1118, ready for taxi.
It's all going Pete Tong.
1118, runway 22 right, taxi via left on Bravo, Echo.
What do we want? Bravo 43.
JetBlue 1118, clear to taxi runway 22 right, via Bravo, Echo, cross runway 21 right.
The chosen position is too
Ah,
small for your
request follow me. No. We'll park there anyway.
91123, we're off here at Juliet.
Night 1123, welcome to Kennedy, Juliet, hold short 22 right.
Hold short 22 right at Juliet, 91123.
So we're going to go left Hotel Bravo. Look at this.
American 2996, cross 22 right on Juliet, taxi straight ahead on Alpha to the ramp.
Cross runway 22 right and go to Alpha to the ramp, American 2996.
Michael, it's about 3 hours in total.
JetBlue 1181, was that 31 right to cross?
Yep, you're crossing through one right on Echo.
31 right on Echo, thank you, JetBlue 1118.
41.
1123, cross 22 right on Juliet and taxi straight ahead on Alpha to the ramp.
22 right on Juliet and straight ahead on Alpha to the ramp. Thanks for all the ATC. See ya.
Osprey 495, heavy, welcome to Kennedy, Juliet, hold short at 22 right.
Hold short 22 right, Osprey 495.
We'll have a good look around as we park up as well. We've got a fair bit to see. Those of you
Osprey 3400.
who may have seen the video that I did the other day as well over on
3400, you're number 1 to the field now.
the channel.
Runway 22 left, clear to land.
Runway number 1 to the field, runway 22 left, clear to land, Osprey 3400.
American 1289, ILS 2
American 1289, Kennedy Tower, good morning. You're number 2, following on A320, about 5 miles in trail. Wind calm, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Let's see.
Control aircraft, this frequency, Kennedy Airport information, Golf now, current altimeter 29885. JetBlue 1118, fly runway heading, wind calm, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
We've got no VDGS.
Runway 22 right, fly runway heading, thank you, JetBlue 1118.
Kennedy Tower, Delta 1427, with information Golf ready for taxi.
Delta 1427, Kennedy Tower, good morning, runway 22 right, taxi via left on Bravo, Echo, cross 21 right.
So, park brake applied.
Taxi 2
Where's our checklist?
Echo, cross 13 right.
So, flaps are
1427.
confirmed up. Well, slats are up now.
1123, where are you entering the ramp at?
So we're going over here on the north side of Terminal 4.
Alright, just give way, disregard actually, just, next left turn, enter the
Weather
ramp.
radar.
Okay, we're on the ramp
Off.
right now, 1123, sorry about that.
Transponder as required. Let's pop it off. Taxi lights, ground floods, off, nose lights are off as well, pitot static meters are off, engine ignition mode, and go to the off position as well, anti-ice as required, pop the anti-fog off as well, park brake set, auxiliary and hydraulic transfer pumps can go off, engine shut-off levers, off. Pneumatic crossfeed valves left and right are off as well. We've got seatbelt signs off, get the ground equipment out of the way, anti-collision lights
You're following a JetBlue A320.
off.
About 4 miles in trail, wind calm, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Fuel pumps as required, flight directors, we can pop those off as well.
1118, departure 135.9, enjoy the ride.
There we go.
135.9, thank you.
Osprey 495, cross 22 right, straight ahead on Alpha.
We can work away at firing GSX up for deboarding.
To the ramp, Osprey 495, thank you.
Ah, for goodness sake. Damn you, GSX. I bet that's just triggered the cheat mode.
New York Tower, Osprey 3400.
Oh no, it didn't. I made a profit, 9.82.
3400, welcome to Kennedy, continue on hotel.
Oh, thank goodness.
Cross 22 right, make a left turn on Alpha to the ramp.
Continue hotel, cross runway 22 right, Alpha.
Cool, so this needs a GSX profile available for it really, to make it even more juicy. Let's get the drone camera set up ready for you guys. Delta Tango's loving the livery. VDGS currently provided by Null Aero System is currently scheduled to be included with the next update. That's great to hear from iniBuilds in the live chat there. Still watching. Getting the ground equipment to do their thing. Gate Gourmet's just gone straight through the aeroplane. Fantastic, thank you so much. This is the thing really, GSX can sometimes make a mess of everything. Make it look rather weird, but hey ho. Forward cargo, aft stair. They're trying to get to the after service port there, aren't they? That's what they're trying to do. Right, let's have a look around, shall we? We can pop ourselves into Terminal 4 first. That's it, straight to the galley, AJ Fanani. We'll keep the giveaway open for a little while longer in case you've not yet had a chance to enter, folks. What does the K in JFK stand for? Here we go. Time to explore. I wonder if we can see ourselves through the window.
Actually, American 1289, you can, if you keep the speed up, cross 22 right on Juliet and then straight ahead on Alpha.
Ah, look at that. Very nice. If GSX had left us at the stop line over there, that would have been a perfect photograph, but hey ho. We need a custom GSX profile, really. Here we go. Up the stairs. Exit baggage claim. What have we got? Delta Tango flew from Boston to New York years ago to see a friend who was laying over at JFK on his way to Germany from MN. Flew into LaGuardia, took a bus to JFK, flight from Boston to LaGuardia took the same time as the bus. Wow.
Okay, Tower, Delta 805.
Delta 805, Kennedy Tower.
Sorry, just to confirm, did I get a clear to land yet?
The camera plug-in.
Your number 2 following that 320 on short
This,
final, runway
this is Parallel 42's Flow Pro.
22 left, clear to land, following the Boeing.
Lovely interior, isn't it? Really quite nice. Just right.
1289, yeah, if you
Nothing
want,
crazy,
right
nothing
ramp,
OTT.
right turn,
If we just pop out for a mo, we kind of see what's going on. We've got a lot of Osprey.
Tower, let's be probably checking in at 3000.
Oh look, old school American
Alaska 253,
livery there.
Kennedy Tower,
Cal.
morning, you for runway 22
Special.
left, 22 right.
22 left, let's do right.
We've got a few Osprey there as well along the TWA. WestJet.
Alaska 253, any chance you could take 22 right?
Yeah, I'll take 22 right, let's do right.
Alaska 253.
And we've got a little lounge here as well, look.
Runway 22 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 22 right, let's do right.
Osprey 1964, Kennedy Tower, good morning. Your number 2 following a Delta MD-80 on short final.
Tower's very busy.
Left, clear to land.
Hey look, Delta Sky Club. That is the lounge that we just saw. Wow, they've actually put it in.
526, welcome to Kennedy, continue Juliet, hold short 22
How
right.
cool is this?
Kennedy Juliet, hold short 22 right, JetBlue 526.
Pop upstairs into the lounge, grab a quick gin and tonic, and away you go.
Brickyard 5598, Kennedy Tower, good morning, wind calm. Your number 2 following an A320.
Yeah, animated passengers, that will certainly be part of any GSX profile. If the person that creates the GSX profile adds that in, they can script all of that accordingly. As iniBuilds have said, the static passengers are part of the scenery. That's a very shiny clock. Yeah, the static passengers are part of the scenery, but not any animated passengers. Hey, pop outside here briefly. Someone's going big. JFK to Amsterdam.
465 Kennedy Tower, good morning. Your number 3, you're following a CRJ9 about 5 miles in trail. Wind calm, runway 22 left, clear to let.
What else have we got then? We'll follow this to the arrivals hall and just follow the flow of the airport for once.
Delta 805 over to Kennedy, continue hotel, hold short 22 right.
Continue hotel, hold short 22 right.
How's it looking on your screens, folks? You should be able to see all of this in 2K 60 frames per second on the output. On my screen it's 4K and it's currently running 92% VRAM. I've got 24 gig RTX4090, GPU's at 50%, RAM's at 40%, frames per second in 4K with DirectX 12, TAA and frame generation switched on, 50 to 48 frames per second, kind of flicking between up and down on those.
Delta 1427, runway 22 right, line up wait. Traffic crossing downfield.
Line up your wait, Delta 1426.
Oh yeah, let's
KLM 646 information.
just had a little light bulb moment. Ooh, it's gonna be a tail strike. Oh, smack down.
Good morning, runway 22 right, taxi via left on Bravo.
So let's watch a few of these arrivals from the tower. Why not?
Left on Bravo.
The best place for it. Marlos watching on a 4K panel looks amazing.
And KLM 646 heavy, you're clear.
I do love the tower. Look at this. Look at the glass. All on the inside. Having a look at all the screens. They're doing their job.
Alaska 253, welcome to Kennedy, exit right on Juliet, and then taxi straight ahead on Alpha to the ramp.
Turn right on Juliet, go to Alpha to the right.
Delta 805, cross 22 right on hotel, left Alpha to the ramp.
Here's an Osprey. Passing over the far training ground.
Hotel, left Alpha to the ramp, Delta 805.
526, cross 22 right on Juliet.
So look how big this airport is. He's a tiny little plane in the distance.
22 right, Juliet, Bravo to the ramp.
There's the touchdown aiming point. There he is. it's a floater. He's down. Kira, yes, some of the terminals don't have any interiors. Look at that. How busy that look.
Endeavour 4896. So let me get
There's
you
us
a
down
PDC.
there.
I must have missed you in the mess there. Give me 1 second.
That's wonderful. Look at that. That's a screenshot in itself right there.
Kennedy Tower, Blue Streak 3585, 7 mile final, 22 left.
Blue Streak 3585, Kennedy Tower, good morning. You're number 3. You're following an
Up into the tower.
About 4
I can
miles
find it.
trail, wind 210
No.
at 6 now. Runway
Too
22
far.
left, clear to land.
Clear to land, number 3, Blue Streak 3585.
Delta 1427, fly runway heading, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
22 right, clear for takeoff.
That, one after the next. Bam, bam, bam.
1964,
Little private jet there.
Juliet, hold short 22 right.
Let's have a little spin around, slowly rotate, see what we've got.
Juliet.
Osprey 1964, continue on Juliet, hold short at 22 right.
Little pink tail down there on the right side. And there's New York City. Look at that. Pop out the glass. What a skyline that is. Look at that, guys. How powerful.
G'day.
Sam seen 3D. What an epic cityscape.
126, County Tower,
The
good morning.
perfect
Number
backdrop
3,
to this.
following a CRJ7, wind 2106, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Where were we? We were looking at this terminal, I think, weren't we?
Delta 1427, departure 135.9, enjoy the ride.
Look at the detail.
135.9, see you later. 1427.
Osprey 1964, cross 22 right.
I can't remember if it was
straight
this.
ahead on Alpha to the ramp.
It was. There we go. Yeah, we were coming around here chasing the thing, weren't we? The tram. Let's see where that goes. Beep beep. Speak of the devil. Out one comes. The other one's out through the station through there.
126, yeah, reduce the final approach speed.
Look at that.
Now, 126.
No, Woods Ethan, you've still got a few more seconds. ProLink, so it's part of, it's just the default drone camera inside MSFS, but it's got the stuff, basically, Parallel 42 Pro, let's talk about it for a moment, you can set your widgets up. So what it does is it takes over the drone camera settings inside the drop-down menu, and it becomes part of the wheel instead. But this is MSFS's own drone camera, but Parallel 42 have recoded it to look a lot smoother and work nicer. Here's the terminal's train station.
So hello, Delta 3715.
Ah, there it is.
Delta
Just on time.
3715, Kennedy Tower, good morning.
Do love all this sort of stuff. It makes you feel very alive. Whee! Smash.
598, just give way to the KLM 777.
And then we can pop upstairs as well, outside the train station. This was part of what was in my video as well. A couple of static passengers, as iniBuilds have mentioned too. Oh, it's much more user friendly, absolutely, ProLinks, yeah. And here it is, Terminal 4, I think it is. Yeah, Terminal 4.
And Brickyard 5598, you are cleared across to your right.
With live weather, it's just quite spectacular, isn't it? All the gloominess of the clouds. Look at that.
And Delta 3715, Kennedy Tower, good morning. Confirm you're approaching.
Love the trains all zooming around, working away, making it look alive.
Number 3, you're following a JetBlue A320, about 7 miles of trail, wind 2106, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Copy the traffic, 22 left, clear to land, Delta 3715.
There's a little American Eagle, CRJ. I think we should go and have a look at the TWA hotel, don't you? If there's any areas that you guys want to see here, do let me know. It's important you let me know while we're live so that we get the chance to kind of go and explore and we can go and find exactly what you want to see. Some of the items, like the snowplows, are toggleable inside the ini manager so that you can switch them on and off as required. Here's the JetBlue terminal. Custom jetties and everything there as well. The ground apron textures are really nice too. Captain Duggo, it's a pay one time thing, it's on Orbex. This terminal I don't think has an interior, but again, if they gave an interior, I said to the other day, somebody mentioned the same thing. If they put an interior onto all of these terminals, then we would end up with like 0 frames. GSX, go away. And there's the TWA terminal, the hotel, sorry. Look at that.
Kenny Tower, good morning. You're going to give way to an American.
Hey, how's that for a backdrop? Tower, TWA hotel, and then off in the distance, Manhattan.
Echo, cross through and right.
We'll give way to the American 737.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Bravo Echo, cross 31 right, 3931.
And Delta 3941, that's for runway 22 right.
Correct, for 22 right, and we're crossing 31 right.
Thank you.
Kennedy Tower, Osprey 9012.
Where would Concord park? Great question, I don't actually know. Here's the TWA hotel.
Runway 22 left, Osprey 9012.
Osprey 9012, your number 2 following at
So old school and retro, look at that.
21086, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, number 2 for Osprey 9012, 22 left.
Terminal 7, gate 1. There we go. I do love that, it's fantastic.
Cross to right, just give way to a Delta 8320 that's going to be exiting the ramp at hotel, and then you can make the left on
Love
Alpha.
the textures here, it's really, really cool.
Okay, left on Alpha.
I mean, for such a big airport, the way they've managed to get performance working nicely here, albeit on a system like mine, where we've got GSX, VATSIM, so FSLTL and AIG traffic, Samsung 3Ds, New York City in the background, I think the LaGuardia from Phil there, we've got Dezeki Designs New York as well. New York's Newark airport scenery, plus this.
Left on Bravo, so just give way to him before you get onto crossing Bravo.
GSX is running away, doing some crazy stuff.
Alright, we're holding.
Thank
you. And at the minute, it's dropped slightly actually. VRAM's gone to 92%. We've got 48, 49, 46 frames per second roughly. It's kind of hit and miss as we're panning around.
That's for runway 22 left.
Hey, firm, 22 left. American 2214.
American 2214, your number 3, you're following a 737, you're about 8 miles in trail, wind 2106, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Number 3 to landing, runway 22 left, American 2214.
Matthew, I didn't trigger the fire extinguisher at engine 1 today, so that's a good thing. The last time I flew the Maddog, that's exactly what happened. And then we battled, didn't we, for about 20 minutes trying to get everything relit. Marlos, yes, so I've got my frames capped to 62 maximum on my new system. The Xbox game bar, Ian. TAA. DirectX 12, TAA, and frame generation switched on. Out swoop. I did see the pink tail in the background. Very snazzy.
Tel 3715, welcome to Kennedy, exit on Juliet there, and which taxiway are you entering the ramp at? Is it going to be Hotel Bravo, Kilo Foxtrot?
Somebody asked, I think the other day on a comment, can we see the general aviation ramp? I'll have to go and find that.
Thank you, Juliet, cross 22 right, straight ahead on Alpha to the ramp.
Alaska's terminal.
Straight Juliet, cross 22 right, and Kilo Foxtrot onto the ramp, and keep the speed up, Delta 3715.
Of fire trucks, ambulances, NYPD. Night Shadow says, can we see snow and winter at this airport? I'll try.
46 heavy, runway 22 right, line up on wing traffic, crossing downfield.
Line up on wing.
Shame we haven't got somebody going under here. That'd be great. We could be underneath here watching the 747 or something taxi over. I think where the general aviation apron is. Here's the FedEx hangars, cargo. So let's zip over here. Cornelius, so Amsterdam is being done, I think, by Fly Tampa. I'm not sure if iniBuilds are doing that. So on the approach path, you've got the DHL section over there, some warehousing just off the airfield. And you've got a bit of an old school looking JFK FedEx hangar too.
Heavy fly runway heading, wind 2106, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
FPS game, mine or yours?
KLM 646, thank you.
Osprey 9012, welcome to Kennedy. Continue on hotel, hold short 22 right, and keep your transponder on, please.
Yeah, the departure end of 31 left. Thank you, Matthew.
And I'll turn the transponder back on. Osprey 9012.
Kenny Tower, Endeavour 4896 with hotel ready back.
Endeavour 4896, runway 22 right, taxi via left.
Cargo.
Echo, cross through and right.
There you go. So iniBuilds saying, because there's a few people saying in there, in the chat today, when's this airport coming? When's that airport? Can you do this one next? iniBuilds are saying there that for those of you asking about the sceneries that they may want to do in the future, they're flattered by how everybody seems to want us to make every airport. I'm sure you are. But we have an internal plan and we'll communicate products when we feel ready to. There we are.
Fly runway heading, caution wing turbulence, previous departure is 777, wind 2106, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 22 right, copy, taking out 41.
KLM 646, heavy departure 135.9, enjoy the ride.
So runway 31 right.
Have a good day. KLM 646.
So the GA apron's actually over where we've kind of parked then, right? Look at that.
JetBlue 2993, push start your discretion.
Even better, look at the backdrop as well. Now that's a view and a half. In fact, I'm going to grab that as a screenshot. 13 right. Look at that.
United 108 established localized.
Rez says the scenery is just incredible. It is, isn't it? It's wonderful. It's the JFK that we've all kind of been hoping for and waiting for. Night and day, as I said in my video the other day, absolutely night and day in comparison to the Asobo version that we've kind of endured over the last few years. Lots of the scenery to do though. And it's pushing my system with everything going on, but I would expect a little bit of stress on it, and it's not really kind of pushing it too far with frames on this. Yeah, somebody asked about the general aviation apron in the video that I did the other day as a bit of a preview, so I'm very keen to show that to whoever that was if they are watching, but also it might be a question that someone else watching live today might have too, so we'll take the time to buzz over here and have a little look.
Monitor ground 121.9.
Cross runway 22 right, left turn on Alpha and to the ramp and monitor ground 121.9. Osprey 912.
Delta 941 departure 135.9, enjoy the ride.
Departure, good morning.
So I assume it's around here then. The scenery is so vast. The snow plows down there, they can be toggled on and off to help with performance, the little things like that. Hello James, in some of the terminals yes, in others no.
American 2214, welcome to Kennedy, continue on Juliet, hold short 22 right.
Continue on Juliet, hold short runway 22 right.
This is like a proper old school part of the airport, wow.
Kennedy ground is signed online, so if you have not yet received a clearance, or if you have already received your clearance but not yet received taxi instructions, you can contact ground on 121.9 for taxi. So United 247 Romeo, JetBlue 2993, United 213, anyone else that I've given a clearance already via PDC, when you're ready to taxi, you can contact ground on 121.9.
What have we got over here?
Endeavour 4896, you can stay with me.
Very nice. That little old school sort of looking hangar there is quite funky, isn't it? Yes, Night Shadow, that's a good point. So when you load this airport up, you've got to make sure you've gone into the content manager and uninstalled your Asobo handcrafted JFK. You don't want to install them both on top of each other, because otherwise the default Asobo will cause you problems for this. And once you've bought this, you don't want the Asobo one anyway. It's kind of null and void by quite some margin, as we can see. Let's have a look at cargo.
Cross 22 right on Juliet, then taxi straight ahead on Alpha to
I've accidentally put my drone camera to 0 there.
Clear across runway 22
That's a bit
right.
better.
And taxi straight ahead.
Yeah, as we said, if
Alpha,
there's anywhere you want to see before we zoom about and do other bits, do let me know.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
John, no, you don't need to worry about that.
Matter 108, welcome to Kennedy. Continue on hotel, hold short 228.
As long as it's spelt correctly, that's all that matters.
Continue on hotel, hold short, runway 22 right. United 108.
It's a filthy airport, isn't it? But they've done really nicely with the way they've textured all of this, weathered the buildings and everything else. It looks fantastic. Some nice statics scattered around. I've got statics toggled off. It's left a few that are out of the way, not getting in the way of day-to-day ops. Certainly on VATSIM and things too. Yeah, Hergy, it'd been lovely on a clear sky, sunny day, wouldn't it? But we can fly into or out of JFK again in the near future.
4896, fly runway heading wind 210.
There's the Delta Cargo Terminal. A bit of a blurry texture there on the window, but again, you don't really ever look that closely at scenery being that realistic, or that reasonable, so that doesn't bother me too much. Apron stains, a lot of love for that. New York in the backdrop, fantastic views. Where's that JetBlue hangar? Let's go take a punt. So this is an animated hangar. I think throughout the day, iniBuilds can explain it probably a little bit better, but it's animated. I haven't yet seen any animations, so I assume it means that the aeroplane gets towed in and out and the doors closed, but we will hover around and see if we can trigger it if there's a certain way. But that's here. Where's the Southwest Terminal? We'll go find it. A couple of JetBlue statics parked away at their engineering base here. I'm going to have to load up their email, aren't I, to try and work out. They provided, very helpfully, a map of JFK, which Matthew provided. Terminal 7 is F, which was Terminal Bravo. Terminal 8 is the home of British Airways, isn't it now?
4896, departure 135.9, enjoy the ride.
Oh, epic. iniBuilds saying that you can turn your nav. Let's see if I could do this. Hold on.
Alpha to the ramp, monitor ground 121.9.
Take the left turn onto Alpha onto the ramp, one exit around United 1.
And we can fiddle the time of day.
4735, welcome to Kennedy, Juliet, cross 22 right, and straight ahead on Alpha to the ramp, monitor ground 121.9 on the other side.
Alright, Juliet, cross 22 right, Alpha 21.9.
Oh, here we go. Oh, very cool. Shutting down for the night. That's very, very swish. I've not seen a hangar deploy like that before. And while we're here, let's pan around and have a little look at the night lighting of the entire airfield. Look at that. We bring that drone camera speed. Oh my god. Too many buttons clicked at once. Fat fingers. We'll bring that drone camera speed back down to a reasonable pace. There's the trams down there working away. That's Terminal 8 there, I think, isn't it? So we'll have a look at that in a moment. That's got some beautiful textures and stuff. We'll start mooching over that way while I position the drone camera around. I want to spot Manhattan in the background at night, so very, very cool. So this is probably the most detailed terminal that they've included. It's wonderfully done. Look at that. John, in a moment. I just want to kind of get through some of the scenery first. Because of course the giveaway is part of the stream today, but it's all about celebrating the release of their scenery. Look at that. We button back the other way. Just a little bit of a higher thing. You can see the tower in the backdrop with the beautiful pink lighting. Very posh indeed. That wonderful decal there of the American textures lights. Let's go back to live time.
2993 Kennedy Tower, good morning, fly runway heading, wind 2106, runway 22 right, cliff takeoff.
A little bit better. Clouds reflecting off the glass. Nice, let's head in.
Tampa 2293 Kennedy Tower.
They're enjoying the scenery.
Tampa 2293 Kennedy Tower, good morning, fly runway heading, wind 2106, runway 22 right, cliff takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 22 right, cliff takeoff.
Jack Stones, welcome on board, buddy. Great to have you with us. Hope you guys have all enjoyed today's live stream as well. It's been a good one, it's been busy. Wonderful route as well in the Leonardo Maddog out of Tampa. There we are. Where's BA's terminal? Through the red lights. Is that BA's terminal? Trying to remember. I've got a terrible knowledge of New York. Okay, so they are at Terminal 8 now, the one that we've just had a little look around, but they were previously at T7. It's because I was expecting to see some actual terminal signage with British Airways on it. Terminal, unless they're in the remote pier area. Terminal 7 is F, which is the little dinky one. Oh, it's not that one though, that's the Alaska, so that's Terminal 7.
2293, departure 135.9, enjoy the ride.
135.9.
Let's look at the remote pier.
United 247 Romeo, fly runway heading, wind 2106, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear to takeoff, United 247 Romeo.
Oh, it's got an interior as well, very nice. Let's pop in. Smash. Oh, very cool, look at this. We are learning to fly. It's got a great interior, this. Very, very cool indeed.
Delta 2756, Kennedy Tower, good morning, wind 2106, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Sorry for the bad drone camera work. Usually when we're filming videos and things for previews of sceneries and everything else, there's a lot of zooming, changing angles and everything else, and it ends up being quite messy. But all of this bit has been kind of, yeah, the snappy bits of me zooming around and trying to turn and rotate the cameras always get edited out. But in live streams, you don't obviously have that ability to enjoy smoothly edited snaps between different scenes. Big Heavy just gone airborne. United.
Departure 135.9. Enjoy the ride.
135.9. United to 47.
Terminal for Lufthansa, JAL, Korean, and Air France.
751 Kennedy Tower. Good morning. Fly
Amongst
runway
other
heading.
airlines, this
Runway
one's
23
terminal.
Fly runway heading
One of them.
28, clear for takeoff. Swoop 751.
Hey, shall we draw the winners, folks? You guys have all been incredibly patient. That's pretty much that's as details as we can kind of go into it, really. Look at that. What a view. The answer, of course, was Kennedy. So congratulations to everybody who's got that right.
2756, say again.
2756, we're discontinuing the approach. Our flight's in.
And good luck to everybody who's entered.
Alright.
Oh, look at those ground textures. So, one copy of the new iniBuilds JFK, John F. Kennedy scenery, courtesy of the folks at iniBuilds as well. So thank you to them too. 154 entries today. Good luck to everybody who has entered. Thank you for taking part. I hope you found it enjoyable and fun. The winner has 24 hours to contact me as of basically now. Via email, britishafgeek1@gmail.com, or directly via Discord using our Discord server, and we'll then get you that prize sorted out via iniBuilds. It will, of course, require an iniBuilds account, but I'm sure most of us, if not all of us, have got one of those already. Yeah, 100 of those entries are probably with the name Steve. At least today, anybody. Good luck, everybody. The winner is Steve G. It actually was somebody named Steve. Fantastic. Congratulations to Steve G. You've won a copy of the iniBuilds John F. Kennedy scenery recently released for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So make sure you contact me if you're in the live chat. Give us a little wave. Drop us an email as well, or contact us on Discord. He's got 24 hours to claim that prize, folks. Naturally, if he doesn't, then that means
1359. See you.
that it will roll again, because we need to find the winner. So stay tuned, so you'll know in the next 24 hours or so whether or not he has won or not. The links are in the live stream description for today, so if you do want to purchase this scenery nevertheless, you want to get your hands on it, you can't wait anymore. He's in the live chat. Epic. Congratulations. Drop me an email, Steve G, and I'll get you that scenery sorted out with iniBuilds. I'll leave you with these beautiful views. Manhattan in the backdrop, and the new iniBuilds JFK for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Lots of payware used today. Samsung 3D New York City Times. Departure out of Vertical Sims Fly Tampa, both for which are linked in the description as well. And of course that flight in the Leonardo Maddog MD-82. Stay tuned over the next few days. We're going to work to get the next load of live streams all configured and set up ready for the rest of the week. Probably going onwards from Tuesday. We're looking at the new AUC in Hamilton Island, amongst some other airports as well. So we're going to explore the world as always. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to everybody who has hit the like button. Congratulations to Steve G. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching.